Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you. Showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo! It's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Bills Mafia, here we are, man. Here we are, another year, another season that went by, and still no Super Bowl. It's tough, man. This one is tough. Most definitely is, and yeah, we are cursed, right? I don't think we're cursed. I think there's a problem in most Bills fans, or a lot of Bills fans, don't want to open their eyes and see what the real issue is. And some of you guys do, and I've been saying it for years. It's Sean McDermott, man. Sean McDermott is the problem. Listen, he's a great coach. Well, let me take that back. He's a very good coach. He's gotten us out of the, out of the dumpster, right? And he's gotten us as far as he can get us, guys. This is it. I know you guys want to, go back to, oh man, the drought years, and God, if we change coaches, we're going to get back to the drought years. No, we're not. No, we're not. Absolutely not. We're not. We have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. We have a good team, but it's time for a new voice in the room, guys. It's time for a new defensive scheme. It's not holding up anymore. And we are now 0-4 versus the Chiefs in the playoffs with Allen and McDermott as head coach McDermott. And it's not going to change, man. Like you guys think it is. It's not. I'm going to get to some of your comments real quick before I go on. What up? What up, Zool? Weston, Tommy, love you guys. Respect. All right, Mafia Talk, my boy. I guess it's better to lose that game than the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't even know if the Eagles look like the real deal. Justin Terry goal is actually the biggest problem. Well, yeah, that's true because he doesn't have the balls to get rid of McDermott. That's true. It's listen. Just like a lot of Bills Mafia out there that is like, oh, no, you got to keep McDermott. McDermott's not the issue. Guys, we are now going into the 9th year of Sean McDermott as head coach. Can I repeat that? 9 years. We haven't even made it to a Super Bowl yet. We have arguably the best quarterback in the NFL, and some might say, fine, the second best. Some might say the third best. Whatever. Okay, we got a top 3 quarterback. A guy that's any team would love to have. And we're just wasting his career away. Because we're trying to – we want to wait it out and see if McDermott can figure it out. Can he figure it out? We'll figure it out next year. No, you won't. What makes you think he's going to figure it out? Come on, man. Guys, come on. Yeah, hit that like button. Yeah, definitely. Hey, thank you. By the way, that's Jay from Mafia Talk. He goes live on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. With him and Big Cuz. So show them some love as well. C-Rose, we thought this was a rebuild year. Here we go. Here we go. This year, they wound up making it to the Final Four. They will fill some defensive gaps in it. No. Come on. This is what I'm talking about. C-Rose, I love you, man. You've been awesome to this channel, great subscriber. And listen, you don't have to go with my opinion. So everything I say here obviously is it's not out of frustration. It's just an opinion-based podcast. I mean, that's what we do here, right? We're not going to always agree with each other. But we got to stop making excuses. Right? Come on, man. Guys, this was a rebuild year. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Who told you that? Who told you that it was a rebuild year? The national media? I never said it was a rebuild year. I never said that. Matter of fact, I said we would win the division. We would go to the playoffs. I promised you that. I think I had us winning 13 games or 14 games, and we did just pretty much that, right? We're a good team, guys. It wasn't a rebuild year. Stop with that. Nothing said rebuild year. You know when it's a rebuild year? Is when you don't have a fucking quarterback and you're scrapping your team. We didn't scrap our team. We got rid of aging players that had injuries, and we got rid of a diva who was causing distraction. It's not a rebuild. We still had one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and we still had a lot of playmakers on this team. And we still ran the AFC East. We still are the top dog in that division no matter what for a long time. As long as we got Josh Allen. And listen, it worries me because do we have Josh Allen long term? Does he want to stick around? Because the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl, guys. It's not just to get to the playoffs. And I think some of you guys are just cool with that. And I'm not cool with that. Guys, I was cool with that in 2017 when we made the playoffs. I was like, oh shit, we got out of drought years. Fucking phenomenal. You guys don't understand. You guys know if you guys lived through the drought years, it was fucking amazing. And then 2018 came fine. You know, we could call 2018 a rebuild. The start of the rebuild really was 2017. But let's just say 2018, we get Josh Allen. We know we're not going anywhere. And then boom, we make the playoffs in 2019 versus the Texans. We lose. That's fine. I think we all understand it was Josh's rookie year. He still didn't, he still had room to grow as a quarterback, right? He still had to fix a lot of his mechanics. We understood that. Nobody complained. Nobody thought the 2019 Buffalo Bills were going to go far into the playoffs. We were just happy we got there. And I get that. And I'm with you. The 2020 happened. And it was an amazing year. And Josh, fixed up his mechanics. He had one of his best seasons. And we got to the AFC Championship. And I still gave an excuse when we lost that game to the Chiefs. I said, you know what? We're a young team. We just got there, right? It's okay. We'll be back, right? It's showing signs of growth. And 2021 happened, right? Kicked out of the playoffs again, right? Same story, right? Kicked out of the playoffs to the Chiefs again. Okay, fine. You know what? We'll go with it. Then what? 2022 happens. We get kicked out by the Bengals, right? We got smacked at home. 2023, we play the Chiefs again, wide right. And then this year, again, we lose by 3 again. It's guys, it's not, listen, man, we're going to constantly make the playoffs, right? This is, as long as you got Josh Allen, you got this team isn't a bad team. You could get any coach in here. And you guys, listen, I'm sure some of you guys will disagree. But I promise you could get pretty much any coach to come here and coach and make the playoffs with this team. I promise you. So what is the difference between a coach that just come here and just make the playoffs every year and Sean McDermott, who does the same exact thing? If Sean McDermott got us to a Super Bowl in this time that he's been here, even if he didn't win it, I would say, you know what? Damn, he's gotten us to the big dance. You know what? You got to keep that guy around. You have to, right? We got there. We tasted it, right? I have faith that he can get back there again. What makes you think he can get there, guys? What makes you think he can get there? And I get it. You're going to say, oh, the Chiefs. Nobody can beat the Chiefs. Yeah, the Bengals did it. The Bengals beat the Chiefs. They got to the Super Bowl, guys. Stop. They could be beaten. They're a good team, but they could be beaten. Let me get some of your chat. Sorry. I'm just going on a... This is the Bills Mafia therapy session. I want you guys to say whatever the hell you want to say. By the way, there's a number. I believe it's on the ticker there on the bottom. If you guys want to call, leave a voicemail, I'll play that message anytime you guys want. Right there. Bills Mafia hotline, 313-314-2760. You guys can call, say what you want. I'll play it here either on this one or when we go live tonight at 9. I wonder sometimes if Josh is getting sick of being a Buffalo. Yeah, I think he's getting sick of the same bullshit that happens every year. And Kincaid should be ashamed of himself. Yeah, absolutely. When your quarterback does everything in his power to get you the ball, right? Like, I thought he was initially just throwing the ball up for grabs. But no, he actually saw Kincaid, and he was throwing as he was getting tackled off his back foot. An amazing throw. And Kincaid can't come up with it. A guy that we drafted in the first round, a guy that we traded up for, can't come down with the catch. A guy that we all expected to have a big year in year 2, right? Of his career, 2 of his career. And he took a step back. He took a step fucking back. If I'm Beane, I'm trading him. I know you guys are going to be like, oh, and I was kind of on the fence with it when my co-host on the pregame show, King Aramis, brung it up. But guys, I'm not going to lie, man. I don't see it. And then his contract's going to come up. He's going to want money, right? When his rookie deal's done, maybe get what you can for him now. Get it while the iron's hot, man. I'm just saying. All right, let's see here. I value your opinion, Tommy. Thank you, C. Rose. Appreciate that. 31 years and counting. Love the love from overseas. It's getting boring, isn't it? Yeah, same old routine. I appreciate you watching me, by the way. Mafia, Josh was scared. Josh was scared. Josh wasn't scared. So listen, Josh had nerves in the beginning of that game. It was clear, very clear, which is really odd because Josh Allen, for the most part in the playoffs, has been rock solid. Like the dude has ice in his veins, man. And I just felt like he started the game off very shaky. I have no idea what was going on there. And our offense just came out really sloppy on that, especially on that first drive. Josh was scared. Elam is a bust. Absolutely. And let me tell you something. Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott absolutely dropped the ball when it comes to Kaiir Elam. I don't care what anyone says at this point about Kaiir Elam and how, he's just not, it's not the right scheme and he can go somewhere else. And he's a good corner. No, he's not. I've seen enough. He's not a good corner. We fucked up. That was a bad draft pick. And you know where we fucked up even more, guys? We had an opportunity to trade him. When, once again, teams probably would have been like, hey, first round pick. Yeah, I'll take a flyer on him. I'll give you a third. Bro, we ain't getting shit now for Kaiir Elam. He's on his last year. I don't even know if he makes the team. I don't even want him to make the team. He's bad. And yeah, you're going to go about, he's made some plays. I don't care. Wow, he's made some plays. Is that what we want? Some plays? Stop. We got to stop making excuses, guys, for some of these draft picks, some of these free agents, and our head coaching. Even Brandon Beane has made some mistakes, and I'm going to give him a sort of a pass because I know GM, you can't be perfect as a GM. And listen, I know you can't be perfect as a player and a head coach. I get that. But I feel like, the majority of the blame goes to one guy. That's the head coach. And he's been here a long time. It's his scheme. Brandon Beane drafts for players that fit McDermott's scheme. He's not going to go out there and get guys that don't fit McDermott's scheme. So if you guys want to complain about the guys we're bringing in, that Beane is, look at McDermott. It's McDermott. This is what McDermott wants. He's going to get the guys that McDermott wants. I'm telling you guys, you don't get it, man. Some of you do, some of you don't. I need a Super Bowl badly. Listen, I don't even at this point, man, the path to the Super Bowl, as long as Sean McDermott is our head coach, guys, I'm telling you, man, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that, Debbie Downer. But it's not happening, especially if the Chiefs still has Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, and they're going to have them for a while. I don't see that changing anytime soon. So, in all reality, honestly, we need to have the Chiefs somehow have a bad season or get eliminated from the playoffs by another team, and we get lucky and we play another team, because it seems like we're pretty good against certain teams in the playoffs. Baltimore, we've beaten twice now. You know what I mean? Like Denver, Pittsburgh. Like, these teams don't really. I think we can get by with Sean McDermott and these other teams. But for some reason, when he plays against Andy Reid, man, he gets totally just worked, and his defense gets worked. And listen, guys, remember we were all worried about the Bengals getting in the playoffs? If the Bengals got in the playoffs this year, I think the same result would have happened. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not saying the Bengals were like this unbelievable team, but they have a good offense. And a very good offense fucking slices and dices this Buffalo Bills defense up. It fucking works it to pieces. Staying up until 4 a.m. to watch the game this year, every year is getting old. Yeah, dude. And you're overseas, man. I feel for you, man. I've been a fan since '89, bro. So, I got pretty thick skin now because I've been through the Super Bowl losses, which were heartbreaking. I went through the drought years, which was frustrating and funny at the same time, because we were so. You got to start laughing when you're that bad for that long. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even be mad or frustrated anymore. And then now, it's really just frustration, because I know this team can be better. And there's one person holding us back. And it's the coach, and it's his philosophy, and it's his scheme and the defense. Guys, look, man, I respect people's opinions. I got my buddy Mike, Nickel City Mafia, asked me last night, why do I think we lost the game? I simply said the defense failed us yet again. He doesn't agree. And listen, it's an opinion. And if he doesn't agree with that, he doesn't agree with that. But hear me out on this, guys. Before we made the playoffs, I told you guys, and if you guys watch me regularly, you know I said this. The only way the Bills had a chance this year of making a Super Bowl was the offense had to pretty much play perfect football, okay? And the defense needed to get early stops and have a cushion, and give this team a cushion lead in the first going into the second half. Well, it happened for the Denver game. It happened for the Baltimore game. It didn't happen versus the Chiefs, guys. And we have the L. It didn't happen earlier in the year versus the Rams. You know who we can get away with that? With that playing from behind, or playing a little bit ugly football and it's tied at halftime. Shitty teams. The Jets, the Dolphins, the Jaguars. You know what I mean? You can get away with that. The Colts. You can't get away with that with good teams like a Baltimore. Like, if we fell behind against Baltimore, we would have lost that game too. So look, the offense wasn't perfect against the Chiefs. It started out slow. But tell me this. Why can't the defense ever pick up the slack? Why can't they have the offense back when the offense isn't having a perfect football game? Isn't this team a defensive team? Because we have a defensive-minded head coach. So don't you think we should rely on our defense at times to have the offenses back when the things aren't going perfect? We've never had that. Name a game in the playoffs where the offense had a bad game and the defense just totally worked, made up for it. I cannot remember one. Maybe the Baltimore game a few years back. Maybe. I think the defense came up pretty big there, so I'll say that, because the offense wasn't clicking that game. Other than that, The defense has absolutely gotten work. And I don't want to hear, because I told you guys this going into this playoff. There's no excuses now. We had everybody healthy, guys, going into the playoffs. Everybody was here, active, healthy. You can't, now we're going to give another excuse. Oh, it's supposed to be a rebuild year. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Yes, they cool with that. Once the ride is over, the weather fans. Yeah. It took Shanahan and Terrell Davis for Elway. It took Shanahan and Terrell Davis for Elway to win. Dan Reeves couldn't get it done. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you guys, do we want to be like the Bengals when they had Marvin Lewis for 16 years or whatever it was? Go back and look at Marvin Lewis's record. Look how many playoffs that he got into. A lot. But he could never get deep into the playoffs. He could never get to the Super Bowl. Don't you think they stuck with him too long? Listen, they're not firing Sean McDermott. So I'm just doing a rant here. This is a therapy session. I hate to break the bad news to you, but Sean McDermott is here to stay. The Bagulas are not getting rid of McDermott. Reason being, because they're making money and they're a playoff team every year. And they're just good with that. They're fine with that. And I feel like Bills Mafia is starting to get into that trend where, hey, well, we made the playoffs. Well, at least we made the playoffs. Well, we made it to the AFC Championship game. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Guys, that's not the ultimate goal. I keep telling you. Are you happy with just getting to the playoffs? If you are, hey, man, cool. Like, okay, whatever floats your boat. But, guys, we haven't won a Super Bowl. The Buffalo Bills have not won a Super Bowl. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to go to Buffalo and enjoy that moment with all Bills Mafia. And I'm afraid we're not going to ever, or at least me, witness it or be a part of that because we're too scared of change. We're too afraid of change. And guys, you can't be afraid of change, man. You can't be. You have to move on eventually. And by sticking with McDermott and waiting for him to get it right, guess what's happening in the meantime? Josh Allen's getting older. His prime is just melting away. You don't think that kid's frustrated? Look at his press conference. The guy was, bro, Josh Allen is he's like, what can I do? You don't even get players that you don't get nobody for me to, no help for me. You can't even build a right defense. So one, you're not even getting help from me, right? And two, you don't even have your defense right to make up for it. Because if the defense was good, we could have got by this year. We probably do go to the Super Bowl. Do you know the Chiefs didn't even score 30 points all year? We're the first team that allow that all year. What the are you fucking? But it's not the defense fault. Are you what? What? We needed stops down the stretch. You could blame us for okay, we didn't get the, of course, by the way, the refs kind of hosed us and some stuff, but it's not the refs' fault. We lost that game, plain and simple. But we still had a chance at the very end, guys. Believe it or not, we still had an opportunity if the defense gets a stop. They had multiple times to get a stop. They could not. There was a third down at the very end. Yeah, granted, we would have very little time, but at least there would have been an opportunity. And the defense could not get a stop. Once again, the story of the Buffalo Bills can't get a fucking stop when it's needed. Sean McDermott's not an offensive-minded head coach, guys. He's a defensive-minded head coach. You would think this defense could get a stop. It cannot. And you want to blame the offense because it wasn't perfect. Stop. What are you talking about? What is going on here? Marvelous Mike. Listen, Bills fans, I do feel for you as a Chiefs fan. There we go. We were horrible until Andy and Pat. This will happen every year you guys play us in the playoffs. I read your comment, by the way. I think you left a comment on the video we had last night. I kind of agree with that, and I kind of don't, Mike. So here's the deal, man. Your head coach is the best in the NFL right now. There's no denying that. There's no denying that he outcoaches McDermott every time. Every time in the playoffs. Like, who gives a... Once again, I'm going to tell you guys, Bills Mafia, who gives a shit about the regular season if we beat the Chiefs? I don't give a fuck. Because we can't do it in the playoffs when it counts. So who cares? Andy Reid absolutely listen, he has ice in his veins. And so does Patrick Mahomes. And I don't want to hear it about Josh Allen, because Josh Allen ain't no Karl Malone. So that I disagree with, Mike. Josh Allen is right up there with your Michael Jordan. I'm going to tell you that right now. Hey, listen, he ain't Karl Malone. He's fucking LeBron James. And I get he hasn't had a ring. He hasn't got anything. But I don't know if he's Karl Malone. I get where you're going with it. But look, man, you guys are a well-coached team. You're disciplined. Your defensive coordinator is legit. Your quarterback's one of the best, if not the best, in the NFL, right next to Josh. I mean, him and Josh are right there. You know, are you going to tell me, Mike, that if Josh Allen wasn't on the Kansas City Chiefs, let's just say hypothetically, he was on the Kansas City Chiefs, you don't think that Josh Allen would have a Super Bowl, multiple Super Bowls with Andy Reid? Come on, man. Come on, let's be real here. Let's be real. Like, when everyone talks about Josh Allen can't get it done, Josh Allen, put Josh Allen on the Kansas City Chiefs. And are you telling me that Andy Reid doesn't have Super Bowls with Josh Allen? Come on. Right? So that's why I'm trying to tell you guys. The problem is not Josh Allen. The problem is our head coach. Plain and simple. Defensive-minded head coach, which, by the way, I don't like. I don't want our coach to be a defensive-minded head coach. But if you are a defensive-minded head coach, like a Bill Belichick, like some of these guys that did win Super Bowls, then have your fucking defense be a top 5 defense. We should never be 23rd in the NFL ranked on defense. Never. With a defensive-minded head coach. That's in his 8th season, going on 9. Like, you guys get where I'm going now? And then I got another question for you guys. And this is a legit, real question. Because I have yet to get a proper answer from anybody that supports McDermott. How many more seasons until, and then this is for McDermott, people that love McDermott or doesn't want McDermott to go, how many more seasons should McDermott be here until you think it's okay or you agree that the Buffalo Bills should fire Sean McDermott? He's going on year 9. So how many more seasons? 1 more season next year? The following year? 10. So get where I'm going with this, guys? So his 9th season, his 10th season, how many? Because I guarantee you don't have an answer because you never given me one. Right? Because guess what? It's going to be the same excuse for you. Right? So next year, we're going to go into the season. We're going to be good. Guess what? There's going to be injuries because it's football and it's a long season. And then you're going to come up with some bullshit excuse on why Sean McDermott didn't get the job done again. Oh, but, Matt Milano got hurt. Oh, man, Matt Milano. We didn't have our linebacker. We had to, get this guy in. We didn't have our starting safety in. The only excuse I will give this team for not going into the playoff, or going deep in the playoffs, if Josh Allen was not our quarterback. How about that? It's the only way I would go, you know what? Okay, Sean McDermott gets a pass because Josh Allen wasn't playing. Okay, I get that. Other than that, no, there's no fucking pass. Not for me. You guys can even pass. So go ahead and tell me, how many more seasons should just Sean McDermott get here? How many more? Yeah, well, congratulations, Mr. Fulton, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm talking Bills football right now, brother. But I'm glad you got your points, man. Listen, I'm glad something went good for somebody. How about that? Because it didn't go good for the rest of us here. But Mr. Fulton, most interesting man in the chat, I'm glad you did good in basketball. All right, let's get back to football. Because, Ben said that. Too many excuses. Way too many. Year after year after year after year after year after year after year, guys. It's the same song and dance, man. It's like you got, like people have their like love blinders on. Like, oh man, listen, man. My boyfriend only hits me a few times. He's really good to me though. takes me out here and there. but I love him. I'm gonna stick with him. Hey, my girlfriend, she cheats like a couple times. I love her. I'm gonna stick with her. She's a good woman. Makes me dinner. That's how you guys are with Sean McDermott. A lot of people. Hey, man, come on, man. He's a good guy. Man, look at that. Look at the roster. They love him. Got to the playoffs. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. You guys got your McDermott blinders on. That's what I call it, right? Don't want to see the truth. You want to just keep living with the, hey man, we're a playoff team. We win the division. Wow. Bro, I don't give a flying shit about any of that now. Nobody should. Guys, well, guess what? I'm gonna give you some breaking news. You want breaking news? I'm gonna give you the breaking news. The Buffalo Bills will win the AFC East for the 6th straight time next season. Yeah, it's breaking fucking news. But guess what? I have other breaking news. The Buffalo Bills will not make it to a Super Bowl next year. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but guys, this is how it's gone. Guys. Sean McDermott's, this isn't his 3rd season as head coach. This isn't his 4th season. This is his 5th. This is his 8th season. 8th, going on 9. He's reached his ceiling, his coaching ceiling. You know how we talk about players, hey, he hasn't reached the ceiling yet. He still has room to grow, right? Or he's reached the ceiling. It's time to cut him, right? It's funny that we talk about players, right? Oh, get rid of him. Cut that guy, right? Oh, Von Miller, fuck garbage, right? Oh, man, Greg Rousseau, don't want to pay that guy. Ed Oliver, he's not worth. Like, we are so quick to have opinions on players. Cut a Kyrie, trash. Cut. But our head coach, he's a saint. McDermott. No, McDermott's a saint. He's the best coach in the NFL. Except for when it counts the most. Right? Enough talent on the roster. The 90s Bills would bury the McDermott era. Oh, abso-fucking. Are you kidding me? Marv Levy worked circles around fucking Sean McDermott. We had fucking players on both sides, dynamic players. We had a defense that actually was a defense. What? Like, yeah, dude. No joke. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Marvelous Mike. Absolutely. I think the Bengals have the Bills number, and I think the Chiefs do too. And let's look, that game last night, the Chiefs, that wasn't like typical Chiefs offense. They weren't doing razzle-dazzle type of Chiefs offense we've seen in the past. They did nothing. Oh my God. Whoa. Did you see that? No. They took what the defense was giving them. We are playing cushiony ass defense all night long because Kyrie Elam doesn't have the speed. Doesn't have the speed to cover. And neither does Rasul Douglas. So they give these receivers big time space in coverage. And what does Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid dial up? Hey, let's just give what the defense. Let's just take what the defense is giving us and get yards after catch because, yeah, that's what teams do. Like Bengals, that's what the Bengals did. That's what we do every year. Yeah, let's just do that because I don't think they could stop us. They did just that. Everything was short. Everything. Very, very few passes downfield. But I would do the same thing if I'm playing the Bills because that's what you're giving me every time. Are you kidding me? You're giving me this 5 yards of separation? Okay, thank you. Like, what? That's McDermott. That's his scheme, guys. These are his players, by the way. This is what he wanted here. You guys failed to realize that too. These are McDermott's picks. These are what he wanted. Don't blame Kyrie Elam. He's trash, but McDermott and Beane, they wanted him for some odd reason. Even though he's a man, he's a man coverage, right? Does man coverage, doesn't do zone, man defender. But I don't know why they thought he could change here. He can't. He didn't. He didn't even get the starting position. Christopher Benford beat him out. A 6th round pick. Robert, if PK catches the ball, it may be different. Josh is about the only one that shows up in the playoffs. Beane and McDermott got off scot-free because Josh gets the blame. Yeah, listen, Kincaid is such a, I'm going to be honest with you, big-time disappointment this year. Big-time disappointment. You got to make that catch. Absolutely. And of course, listen, if this happens, if that happens, if we get the first down here, if we get the 2-point conversions here, blah, 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 that happened. But the Chiefs could say the same thing. If we did this right, if we did that right, we would have had more points. Like, we could do that back and forth thing, and the Chiefs can too, right? Well, if we did this and you never would, if we didn't turn the ball over and had that fumble in the first half, we go, you know what I mean? Like, we can't, like, I get where you're going, but at the same time, it's like, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Who cares? At the end of the day, we lost. Like, it's a loss. Again, it's another L built up in the Sean McDermott playoff record of his. Run it back. I'm feeling bad for Bills Mafia. You guys have suffered for so long at this point. I can't troll your fan. Yeah, listen, man. I don't look. I don't want to say this. We got some people that called on the voicemail thing. And by the way, I can read the voicemails before I play them. So the people that tried to call last night and be like smartasses and thought they would be slick, I read them before I play them. So you're not that slick. So that's why your voicemail didn't get played. And two, look, man, why is anyone trolling anyone? Like, I want to say this too. I get every fan base does this. I'm sure they do. And I'm sure some fan bases are worse than others. And I got to be honest with you, for the most part, Chiefs fans have been pretty good. Yesterday was a little bit disappointing because first time, and I've been doing this podcast since 2020. We've had many losses against the Chiefs. This is the first year that I've had some really like trolling, over the top trolling Chiefs fans that were just way over the top. And dude, like, look, you can come here as a Chiefs fan or whatever fan you are and be like, hey man, like, look, man, we own you guys, whatever you want to say, pump your chest a little. I don't care about that. That's fine with me. But when you start like being rude and throwing some nasty comments out there, dude, like, you got to go. I'm going to block you. I'm going to report you. Like, it's real simple. Like, be respectful, man. Look, I don't do that to anyone, bro. We beat the Lions. I live in Detroit, guys. I work at a Detroit sports bar. I'm a bouncer there. I easily, of course, could have went into that bar the next day, Monday or Tuesday when I work, and be like, oh, you guys fucking suck, fucking Lions, y'all overrated. No, dude. Why would I do that? Why? To what? So I could sleep better at night? Knowing that, oh, their misery, like, oh, yeah, but I enjoy that misery. Why? What? It's so petty. It really is petty, guys. But look, man, every team, there's a lot of teams that have misery and suffer. It's not just the Bills. Like, but yeah, it sucks. It fucking blows. It hurts. It stings. But that's a part of being a big time fan of your team, whatever it may be. Football, sports, baseball, heartbreaking, man. It happens, man. I mean, I talked about it the other day. The New England Patriots were undefeated in the regular season. They possibly could have tied the Miami Dolphins for being an undefeated season, and they did not. They lost in the Super Bowl. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about how great of a season the New England Patriots had. Why? Because they lost the Super Bowl. So nobody gives a shit. So listen, at the end of the day, like, if the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl this year, nobody's going to talk about how good the Chiefs were this year. And they beat the Bills. Like, nobody cares. Now, if they go and win, yeah, it's great. But at the end of the day, listen, man, you got to win a Super Bowl. The Chiefs are legit. I'm not going to lie. They are a dynasty. As long as you got Andy Reid there, Matt Patrick, I get that, man. But I don't like fans that act that way. And listen, there's Bills fans that act that way too, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Because karma's a bitch, man. Karma comes back at you so many ways, guys. You want to look. We have people on here, Ravens fans, before we played them. Oh, you guys fucking suck. 35-10, week 4. What are you going to do? You can't stop Derrick Henry. You guys are trash. Guess what? They were nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Couldn't find them anywhere. Fucking binoculars. When we beat them in the playoffs. Why would you come and talk shit? Why would you do that? Because I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't get it, man. And I listen, if you're Bills Mafia, you guys are out there doing that shit, don't do it on this channel. I don't do that shit, man. Hello, Chiefs fan here. I can say your Bills team, I hate playing you guys. You have an amazing quarterback, and they always play us hard and will do so every year, it seems. Yeah, dude. Look, and that's another thing. And I'm glad you said that, Nick. And look, and that there is like, I respect that comment because it's the truth. Like, yeah, we can't beat the Chiefs, and we all agree with that. I don't, it sucks, but they're great games. No Chiefs fan could come in here and realistically, after watching these games that we've played over the 4-year period, and be like, oh, you guys are fucking trash, fucking garbage. Josh Allen fucking sucks. We own you, fucking Josh Allen. Like, bro, these games are coming down to the wire. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, how is that trash? What are you talking about? We've given the Chiefs the ultimate fight. Like, a heavyweight fucking showdown. Yesterday was pretty much like a Super Bowl match. I mean, guys, we're not trash. Josh Allen isn't trash because he lost against you. It's football. It takes every man. It's a team game. It's just some boxing, right? Where, just can't, a boxer just, can't get it done every time he gets a shot at the heavyweight championship. Fine, I get it, right? Hey, that's on you, right? It's only on him. He's the guy. If you can't get it done, then yeah. Then you know what? He can't get it done. It's not meant for him, but this is a team game. It takes everybody on the team, including the coaches, to get the job done. So you can't blame Josh Allen every fucking time. It makes no sense, and I hate that. I hate it. I can't stand it when national media and some fans go back to that. Oh, Josh Allen can't get it done. Josh Allen can't beat Patrick Mahomes. What are you talking about? You mean the Buffalo Bills can't beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Okay, yes, I agree. Yes. But Josh Allen's not facing Patrick Mahomes in a one-on-one football match. Never heard of it. I mean, is that new? Can anybody tell me? Is there one-on-one football? I've never heard of it. So, you know what I mean? Come on, guys. Don't get caught up in that. Bill should be on the phone seeing how much it would cost a trade for Sean McVay. It's not happening. Listen, man, we're not getting rid of our head coach. It's not happening. How could he not agree? We keep getting mediocre players and they think we world beaters. Nah, I don't know. Shaking my head. No matter how Josh played poorly at the beginning of the game, yet at the end of the game, Josh gave you an opportunity to win. It takes a team to win. Exactly, Robert. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, come on, man. We lost because the Chiefs stood up our quarterback sneak. No, that's not why we lost. But that's on Joe Brady, right? And Josh Allen for not understanding that the Chiefs totally sniffed that out. They totally were expecting that. They planned for that. They prepared for that. And they stuffed it. And how many times you're going to run that play over and over? That's what I'm talking about with Joe Brady. Shit like that. And he did that in the course of the year. He did a good year. Listen, he had a good year offensively. But he also had moments where it was like, dude, what are you doing? What's going on here? So I'm hoping he grows as an offense coordinator. I'm going to totally give Joe Brady a pass for this game. He's fairly new. He's first year as OC here. And I still have tried. I don't totally love his system, but I still think he's a good offensive coordinator. It's Sean McDermott that I'm totally over. I've been over. That's the real problem. By the way, our special teams coach, if we don't fire him this year, then something's up. I don't know. This dude's banging Sean McDermott's wife or something. I hate to say that, but what the fuck, dude? We have one of the worst special teams, and this fucking guy keeps his job every year. He needs to be fired. I mean, I think we all can agree, at least on that the special teams guy has to go. Smiley. Holy shit. I said last week I would have rather lost to Lamar than Mahomes yet again, as I always have thought the Bills will never get over the Chiefs hump. And you know what, man? At this point, I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Brady and McDermott never changed their game scripts. Yeah, and that's a problem. I thought it was a big problem in this game as well, especially for defense. The defense never changes, bro. Very rare. I mean, we went a little bit man there, and it just didn't work. I don't know. John Gruden. I would love John Gruden. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, the Bagulas. Listen, guys. Once again, if you just came here, this is a Bills Mafia therapy session. We ain't getting rid of Sean McDermott. I want him to go, but it's not happening because the Bagulas, like a lot of Bills Mafia, are scared of change. And they're afraid, the drought, we could go. Are you guys, what? Do you really think we would go through the drought because we change head coaches? You really think Sean McDermott is that special, that great of a head coach that we cannot find a replacement? Are you really? And I'm not saying Sean McDermott's a bad coach, but come on, man. Is he this unbelievable, great coach? No, he's not. He has one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL to work with. And he has a subpar defense, and he's a defensive-minded head coach. That fails every time in the playoffs. Fails every fucking time. Every time. Every time. I mean, guys, it's going back to 2019. And I gave the excuse because I said it was Josh's second year. But let's be real. We were up in that game. The Houston Texans came back from and they won that game because the defense could not get stops. You remember the ending, right? Players falling, tackling each other. 2020, we got fucking destroyed by the Chiefs in the championship game. So much for that great defense. Right? I mean, even this year, we give up touchdowns on every single opening fucking drive. Every drive, a touchdown, guys. Every drive. Denver, opening touchdown right away. Boom. Now, granted, the Denver Broncos weren't that good, so yeah, we got away with that. The Baltimore Ravens, boom, right downfield touchdown. Second half, thank God we got a cushion because the second half, the defense couldn't stop Baltimore for shit. We scored, went up 8 on a field goal. Bro, they drove down and scored a touchdown with fucking ease. No problem. We couldn't get a stop. Can't get a stop. We played the Rams earlier this year. Could not get a stop for the life of us. Could not get a stop for the life of us. Rams go on, play the next 3 games, can't even score a touchdown. We give up about 48 points, whatever the fuck that score was. And we want to sit back and go, McDermott, good coach. Defense, good coach. Defense, good. No, it's not. Cheetahs, I've been a fan since 73. Woo! And I've been a fan in 89, but damn, 73. I felt the pain again and again and again for a long, long time. Yeah, dude. And like I said, man, I lived through the Super Bowl, so 73, good Lord. Sean McDermott is good. That's about it. No, he's not. Oh, my God. No. You see, here we go. Okay, this is great. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're still here. Because I asked this question earlier. You say Sean McDermott is good. Good coach. Okay. We're going on year 9. Sean McDermott. Year 9. How many more seasons you want to stick with Sean McDermott if he doesn't make a Super Bowl? How many more? Nobody has answered that yet. How many more seasons does he get? Does he get that pass? Because guess what? You're going to find an excuse next season if we don't get to a Super Bowl why we should keep Sean McDermott as head coach. You're going to come up with something. You're going to say injuries. You're going to say something. And then the next year, it's going to happen again. You're going to come up with another excuse. Well, we didn't have a lot of salary, guy. We didn't. Blah, 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 blah. The refs screwed us. So when is enough with Sean McDermott? Well, for you, because You like Sean McDermott, and that's cool. Listen, and I don't hate Sean McDermott. I want to say that right now. I don't hate Sean McDermott. I respect Sean McDermott. I respect what he's done for Buffalo. But he's taken us as far as he can get us, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a new voice. It's time for a new defensive scheme. It's time, guys. It's time. 8 years is enough. And it's not going to happen, by the way. The Ghouls love him. He's going to be here opening day of when the new stadium kicks out in 2026. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, and I'm telling you, I'm right about that. So that'll be his 10th season when we open the new stadium in 2026. 10. I promise you he's there. 10 seasons. If he doesn't make it to a Super Bowl in 10 seasons, is that enough for you to cut bait? Facts over feeling? Is that enough? I want to show you another coach. I want to bring up another coach here. Okay? Let's bring him up. Let's bring him up. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's bring this guy up. All right. Let's bring him up because this is a great topic. All right. Okay. Let's see. So, Marvin Lewis was the head coach of the Bengals for 16 seasons. 16. In 2005, he won 11 games. Right? Lost in the playoffs right away. No Super Bowl. In 2009, he won 10 games. Made it to the playoffs. Didn't make a Super Bowl. In 2011, he won 9 games. Made it to the playoffs. No Super Bowl. In 2012, he won. Here we go. Now, here's where Bengals fans are like, yeah. He won 10 games, playoffs, no Super Bowl. 2013, 11 games, no Super Bowls, playoffs. In 2014, 10 games, playoffs, no Super Bowl. In 2015, 12 games he won, playoffs, no Super Bowl. Do you guys want Sean McDermott sticking around for 16 fucking seasons? That would mean Josh Allen will be on this team 15 fucking years. Really? Y'all want that? Do you want that? If you do, fucking fine. But you know what? At the end of the day, when that 16 seasons is up for Sean McDermott and he's finally let go or he retired, whatever the fuck happened, you're going to change your fucking mind big time. And you're going to be like, damn, you know what? I wish we changed coaches. I promise you. Robert, Tommy, do you feel that Josh may ask for a trade? No, he won't. He respects his team that drafted him. Team's going to pay him. I think he's going to get about $60 to $65 million. I think he's going to get a hell of a contract to stay in Buffalo. How about that? Because that money is going to be speaking volumes. He's a good kid. But I will say, man, if that ever did happen, like he was unhappy, wanted out, all these people that have been on the Sean McDermott train, including the Bagulas, are going to be really kicking themselves because we're letting go, because now we've let go or possibly traded or whatever, or he didn't resign with the Buffalo Bills, one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen. All because you guys want to keep fucking Sean McDermott around. What? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Tommy, you are just like me. Yes, I want a Super Bowl. It has to do with the management. Listen, it's not just management. Listen, Brandon Beane drafts and signs players to fit the scheme, to fit the system, right? He's not going to just get guys that don't, that McDermott doesn't want or McDermott can't use. It's McDermott's way, right? Let's be real. Are you guys forgetting, by the way, that Sean McDermott basically hired Brandon Beane? It wasn't the other way around. You guys maybe forgot about that. Sean McDermott brought in Brandon Beane as GM. Sean McDermott was hired here first. Then they fired Whaley, can't even call him, Doug Whaley, and they hired Brandon Beane in that 2017 season after the draft was over. So technically, who's running the show? You guys tell me. Just saying. Hi, Tommy. What up, Buffalo Snowy from the UK? I don't think the players respect McDermott. No, they're well, if they do as a man. But I think his preaching and whatever the fuck he does, his words are becoming one ear out the other, right? They're becoming just nonsense. The team is starting to not believe in his ways. How about that? I think they love him as a man. They respect him. I think McDermott's a good person. You know what I mean? I don't think that will ever change as far as the players respecting him, loving him. But I think his voice has just totally faded out, right? I don't think the players are buying in anymore with the McDermott stuff. I think it's because, listen, when you have the same results and these guys bust their ass. You guys don't realize that in the off season, right? Mentally and physically. And then they go through a long season like that, right? Just to get let down, right? And these words that your coach speak year after year after year, it gets old. I'm sure it gets old to them. Yeah. Okay, coach. Okay, next year. We'll figure it out. No, we won't figure it out. What you fucking talk? You say the same shit all the time. Buffalo Vikings, and I want to Vikings. Listen, man. Let's see here. Run it back. Exactly. The regular season is only important to make the playoffs. That's why I hate talking to Bills fans, because that's all they want to talk about. The only thing that matters is, that's not me though. Running back. I've never been like that. I don't know what Bills fans are like that. If they are, it is what it is. I can't. You know what I mean? I can't speak for all that for them, or I can't step in and be like, "Hey, you guys are fucking idiots." But the truth of the matter is, look, man, they have a regular season for a reason, right? Obviously, one, for playoff positions, and two, because it matters when you get to the playoffs as far as injuries go, right? And in-season trades, stuff like that, right? All that matters. So you could be like the Lions and be fucking hot, right? Hot. And then, injuries. Oh, no, shit, more injuries. And you just kind of skate by, right? And you're still a good team, but you are your injuries you're going into the playoffs really banged up, right? And look what happened to the Lions. First game, division game, boom, done. Just like that. Because it's a long season. That's what the NFL does, man. That's what it's about. Can you stay healthy? Can you make some trades that will help your team in that playoff run? Because that most teams that make trades, that are acquiring a player, usually those are the teams that feel like they have an opportunity to go deep in the playoffs. That's it, really. I mean, guys, honestly, you don't even have to win get a bye week, or honestly, it all depends on how hot you get down the stretch and into the playoffs and how healthy you are. But regular season games mean nothing. Who you beat means jack shit, means zilch. It's a whole new game. Right when you get in the playoffs, everybody's 0-0. The records are thrown out the window. Goodbye. Right? Let's do it. One game. Here we go. Let the best man win, right? Let the best team win. And I feel like the Buffalo Bills are a really good team. Because Ravens fans are all running that mouth, and we shut that shit right down, right? Because guess what? We've been there, done that. And that's one thing I will say about the Buffalo Bills. And that's why I feel like we will still run the division next year. We will still make the playoffs because we are a veteran-type team. And yes, our coach is good enough to get the team to a playoffs and good enough to win in a bad division. Let's be real. The divisions are not good. Those are facts. The Dolphins are a mess. The Jets are a mess. The Patriots are rebuilding, so we'll see what happens with them. But there should be no excuse why the Bills can't win the division again and make the playoffs, right? Real simple. But it's the playoffs is where we stumble and where we fall short. Because guess what? We're playing better teams, better opposition. And it's an ongoing thing. I'm gonna get to some of your chat. I apologize if I'm missing some. They just need to get rid of everyone and let's start new before they waste Josh's career. Well, they need to get rid of everyone, but the problem is they're not. This is once again, this is a therapy session, guys. Sean McDermott ain't going anywhere. The Bills will never beat the Chiefs when it matters. And you know what? There's no proof that they will, right? I can't disagree with that comment. I can't. It's impossible. At least Mark Levy took us this. Yeah, at least Marv Levy took us to the Super Bowl. Not only did he take a Super Bowl, he took us 4 straight years. And that is something special. It sucks that we lost, of course, all 4. But at least he got there. 4 straight seasons. McDermott can't even get us 1. Y'all, the quarterback, that's just something problematic happening with your coaches. Exactly. Thank you. And maybe you're a Chiefs fan, but yeah, that's 100%, bro. There's no denying it. Come on, man. The proof is there, guys. Connor, people blaming Josh Allen are crazy. That offensive line didn't give him any time. It's not his fault. Joe Brady decided to put the whole game on his shoulders and not run the ball. Yeah, I agree with that too. I thought the first half, what was Joe Brady doing? You run James Cook. You get him more involved. Why weren't we passing to the running backs either? The one pass we did to James Cook, he took it like 15 yards. Or 10, whatever that was, 10, 15 yards. But we totally didn't use them in the first half. Then we got going in the second, and then we went away from it. Why wasn't James Cook on the field the last series we had the ball? What? So, I don't get it. The offensive line, listen, man, I was very disappointed because the first 2 games against Denver and Baltimore, it's like they were like bringing it. Like they were like, trying to prove people, okay, you say their defense is the best. You say Baltimore, okay, we're going to fucking show you that, we're better. And they did. They played aggressive, angry. And I don't know what it was in this game. And it wasn't just the offensive line. I felt like a lot of players tightened up. I don't know if it was nerves. Like, I don't know, but for me, the energy was flat from the jump. It was just, I don't know, man. Like me watching, it just seemed like something bad was going to happen. I don't know. It just seemed like there was no energy. It was just, we were just kind of just cruising along in that game. I didn't see that same, right? That they brung the first 2 games, right? Especially from the offensive line. I didn't feel it. Like and the team just didn't really, like I said, they didn't show it, especially in the first half. Imagine being a team in the AFC West, knowing that you'll never get close to championship because your division. Yeah, that sucks, right? The game was rigged. It was obvious the coach is great. Look how far we got him. We got to give him credit. That game wasn't rigged, bro. Stop. I don't say that. I don't believe in that, by the way. Anyone that says that, I mean, listen, you have your opinion. If you think the NFL is rigged or look, were the referees perfect? No, God, no, they weren't. Right? I thought some of the calls were bad. But at the end of the day, that's not why we lost. Come on, man. That's not why we lost. I just don't know who we replaced them with. Nobody. And that's why you're not going to fire him now. Right? I'm not saying fire. Listen, I would love it. Right? Just because I can't. I just think the Bills should move on. But realistically, right now, you can't because there's nobody there really, right? John Gruden, right? If John Gruden was like, yeah, hey, if Bagools were like, fuck, man, we got to make a change and call John Gruden, he was like available and said, yeah, I'll come right now. Sure. That's the only guy. Right now, there's nobody available, right? All the top guys were already taken, right? So I get that. I'm not saying, but we can't keep going with that too. And I don't like that whole, well, if we should Sean McDermott, if we fire him, who are we going to bring in? Like, would you change? You name the coach. Name the coach. Oh, who's this coach? This great coach. Okay. And I'll say it again. You could bring pretty much any coach in here and we'll get to the playoffs. And I'll bet on that. And then you know what? Let's say we bring in a coach and he doesn't get us a Super Bowl. Let's say hypothetically we bring in a coach and he does the same exact shit. Gets us to the playoffs, let's say 4 straight seasons. And then we let him go. What's the difference? What would be the difference? Nothing. It's the same shit. It don't matter if you're bounced out at the AFC Championship game or a wild card game or a division game. It's all the same shit. At least get to the Super Bowl. Yes, it would be heartbreaking if we got a Super Bowl and lost Super Bowl. But at least I know we got there. My coach got there. He's capable of making it through that gauntlet of, through the playoffs and getting at least to the Super Bowl and give us a fighting chance to win it, because that's it. It's the final game, right? But he hasn't done that. So what would the difference be if we brought in a coach and let's just say he was not the great. Let's just say he lost 4 straight wild card games. Let's just say he couldn't even win the wild card. What's the difference? Would you guys go, well, Sean McDermott was better. He got us to the championship, AFC championship game. So, get the fuck. Oh my God, man. Like, that's what people are missing. Come on, man. The Eagles pay top notch for offensive defense coordinator. Spags gets 3.5 as DC. Joe Brady gets 1.8. If we keep Sean, at least get new DC. He's not. So here's the problem, Brett. It's Sean McDermott's defense. Why do you think he hires within? Why do you think he hired within on the offensive side of the ball? He wants things done his way. This is Sean McDermott's defense. If you're crazy, if you think this is Bobby Babbitt's defense, Bobby Babbage took over Sean McDermott's playbook, and all he's doing is calling the plays. It's still Sean McDermott's defense. And the offense is what Sean McDermott wants this team to be. And who better than Joe Brady, who was hired within, right, to do it? Because if you hire an outside guy, he has to be willing to agree with Sean McDermott. And most OCs, good ones, aren't going to just come in and be like, oh, you want it your way? Only your way? Well, okay. No, they're not going to do that. But a young OC, a guy that was a quarterback coach or, an assistant OC, of course he's willing to do that because he's getting an opportunity to become an offensive coordinator. It's a big step, right? Getting paid more, now you have more responsibility, potential head coaching jobs in the future. So, of course, you're going to listen to your head coach. Of course, you're going to go by with what he wants. Why do you think we got coaches that left, guys? Why do you think Leslie Frazier just all of a sudden quit? Or no, I'm sorry, he didn't quit. He took us. He was leaving for a year, supposedly. He was taking a little break. Well, guess what? That break came and went. He's somewhere else. Why do you think our wide receivers coach left to go coach for Jacksonville and do the same position, wide receivers coach? It's not even like he got paid more. It's not even like he got, an OC job or something. He didn't want to be here no more. Why does Brian Daboll and Sean McDermott hate each other so much? Why? Because Brian Daboll said, fuck you, I'm going to run it how I want to run it. And Sean McDermott said, no, fuck you, I want it this way. And the two clashed. And eventually it came to a head, and that was it. And they don't like each other. It's clear as day. You see it. Sean McDermott wants shit done his way. He's going to hire within because those are the guys that are going to be the yes men. I'm telling you. It's the way it works, guys. That's why do you think when coaches get fired, most of the time, the assistants, all these coaching, they leave. They don't stick around. It's very rare that some coaches stick around when a new coach comes in. Very rare. Tommy, what should we do about wide receiver room? Wide receiver room, I would honestly keep Mac. He overachieved. Yes, 100%. So the reason why I would keep Mac Hollins, one, is because it would be a cheap signing. Yes, no doubt about it. I would give Matt Collins a 1 to 2 year deal. He was a surprise free agent thrift store pickup, because really that's what we did this year or last year, whatever, this past season. Brandon Beane, and by the way, it's not like he didn't have a lot of money to work with, so I get it, but he went thrift store shopping. Let's be real. He went to the Dollar Tree, right? And he picked out the best items on the Dollar Tree that he could get. And Matt Collins happened to be one of them. But Matt Collins turned out to be, I don't know. What did Matt Collins turn out to be? Like a Walmart clearance shelf item? So a little bit better. Right? And I'll take that. I'll take that again. Like, yes. Bring back Matt Collins. For sure. And bring back Ty Johnson while you're at it. I thought Ty Johnson played really, really good. And I think he would be a cheap signing. Bring him back for another year or two. No doubt about it. The cheating Chiefs, laugh aloud. As far as I'm concerned, the Bills won. No, they didn't. They didn't win. Need a new defense coordinator with a different defensive. It's not going to happen. I just said it. It's not going to happen. The defensive philosophy is McDermott's. That is his playbook. That is his. All Babbage is doing is calling the plays. McDermott would never, and I mean never, bring in a DC that has a different game, that has a different scheme than him. It's not going to happen. Or a different playbook. I promise you guys. That's ego. And he's a defensive-minded head coach. He wants things done his way because his way is the best way. That's what he believes. We all know that's not true. We all know that defense is stale. We all know that better offenses know how to work the shit out of that defense. And it's not going to change. We have guys that left this defense, players that have gone to different teams and have achieved and been way better because they're in a different scheme. Like a Puna Ford. Right? That's one example. And there's many others, by the way. Many others. To be fair for you guys, Spags is the best. Yes, he is. Spags is excellent. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but it has nothing to do with our defense. Right? Like, I'm talking about our defense. Like, and I'm talking about a head coach. But Spags is great. And there's no doubt about it. I think the Kansas City Chiefs as a whole are well coached. Like, you got the best coach in the NFL and you got some of the best coordinators in the NFL. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The Bills coach is great. Yeah, great. He's great at fucking losing in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, he's great at that. Y'all got Rob. Fin fan understands NFL is 1,000%. No, it's not. But I'll read your message. NFL is 1,000% rigged. It's not even funny. Goodell doesn't give a F, nor does the other 31 owners. The next dynasty is the Watt bro has to get it. So I don't think it's rigged. Okay, now look. Like the NFL can't, like the reason I say that's because it would take every single player and coach to be on the same page. It's not rigged. Now, can there be favorable calls? Possibly. I mean, anything's possible. I'm with you there, sure. But I don't know if it's rigged. If you do your job, you win the game. You leave it out of the ref's hands. But I mean, I once again, do some teams get better calls? Do some players get better calls to some players? Sure. I'm sure that happens. But this game we didn't lose because of the refs. Like, look, man, I'm a realist. I keep it real here. We lost because our defense can't get a stop. And our defensive-minded head coach has a defense that's ranked 23rd and has a defense that has never stepped up in the playoffs since he's been here. And by the way, I know you're going to throw this back at me. Well, the defense, he's had a top 5 defense in the past. Okay. But that top 5 defense failed in the playoffs. And I go over what we've done. I've already gone over the scores. We've given up like a lot of points in the playoffs. A lot. The defense has never, ever carried this team. Never. And it shouldn't be that way. If you have a defensive-minded head coach, your defense better be one of the best year in, year out. especially when your coach is here for 8 seasons. There is no excuse for your defense being the middle of the pack. None. And by the way, we had a healthy team. I don't want to hear it. Don't give me the players were injured. No. You have to be in drafting. Listen, we need a defensive tackle too. Brett, all I'm saying is to pay some money for top, but it's not going to happen. And it's not. Listen, I'm telling you, it's not about the money when it comes to this. It's about the ego. I promise you, McDermott has an ego. He wants it done his way, and that's it. And you're going to fall in line. And if you don't, then you're going to move on. Right? Goodbye. Right? Why do you think, like I said, Leslie Frazier just, wanted to take a break? No, he didn't. Okay? Same with our wide receivers coach who transferred for another job, same position, or left for the same position. Come on, man. Brian Dable, right? He wanted to do it his way. McDermott wanted it another way, right? It was a tug of war, back and forth. Who won that match? McDermott. He's the head fucking coach. He wants it done his way. And if you don't get it, he's not going to do it his way, you're going to find yourself out in the streets, right? It's the truth. And everybody he's going to hire in these positions, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator mainly, are going to be guys within. Think about it. Everybody's going to be within. He's never going to go outside the box and hire somebody outside. It's not going to happen because they're not going to fall in line with what Sean McDermott wants. And that's going to be a problem. Coulda, shoulda, wanna. If at least we had Jim Mora. Exactly. Playoffs. What? We can't even win a game. The refs cheated, no doubt about it. Xavier Worthy dropped the ball. Okay. I don't think it's ring. But look, did the refs get some calls wrong? Yes, that was one of them. I thought the Josh Allen. I thought that was super close, but I would have given him the first down. Okay. What other? I mean, they jumped off sides a few times, but who cares? I'm sure we did too. Like, listen, when people are showing you video clips online, like, oh, that's offside, oh, Chiefs, well, Chiefs fans, I'm sure, can go back and throw some tape at us and be like, look, Ed Oliver offsides. Look, this guy, they could do the same thing, but they don't need to. They won. Why? What do they got to prove? So I'm just saying, like, I think it goes both ways. The refs aren't perfect. Did they miss some calls? Yes. But is that the reason why we lost the game? No. We lose every year to the Chiefs. You're saying every year the refs are robbing us? Come on, man. They didn't rob them against the Bengals. The Bengals beat them. I didn't see the refs bailing out the Chiefs then. As a Chiefs fan, I don't do that. I actually respect your fan base. The amount of donations you guys come up with is amazing. Yeah, and we do that. Listen, that's another thing too, and I'm glad you brought that up. It's crazy, when people talk bad about Bills Mafia, like we're like these scumbags, pieces of shit fan base. We've done some really amazing things as far as like donating to charities, raising money, teams that we beat, right? Like Mark Andrews, we gave to his charity. I mean, we didn't have nobody has to do that. It's just we feel bad. Like I don't know. It's just a thing we do. And then you're gonna come and knock us and call us piece of shit and fuck. I had a guy call. I should play it. You guys want to hear it? This look. And by the way, it's not all Chiefs fans. And I'm sure once again, Bills fans do the same bullshit. I'm sure occasionally too. And I don't think it's right. But let me see if I have it here, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I could pull that up. Because yeah, I mean, this is what you like. Was this necessary? I'm gonna play it for you guys, and you tell me. if this was necessary here. Let's see here. So let me download it first. All right, so let me see if I can play it here for you guys here. So this is what I got yesterday. I'm gonna play it for you guys. Let me pause this real quick. All right, and then let me upload it. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna play it for you. This is from yesterday. By the way, I didn't play it obviously because I can read the voicemails before I play them. So this guy thought he was slick by calling because he didn't think I would screen the voicemail, and you'll see.
Damn, man, I just can't believe we how did we do that with Josh? Like, I really thought we had it in the bag. Like, oh, I can't believe it. Maybe next year. Oh, wait, never mind. Fuck you guys. You guys are losers. You guys are shitbags. How dare you think you could come into Arrowhead and beat us, what, 0 for 4 in the playoffs the last time? Get the fuck out of here. You guys suck. You guys are turds. You guys are shitbags. You guys suck ass. You'll never beat us.
Wow.
Bitch.
Wow. What a cool guy right there, huh? Real cool guy. I mean, is this what this guy calls a random Bills channel to sound like a fucking complete idiot? Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, this guy, like, can you believe that there's people out there that do that? I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, I laugh at it, but it's like, what are you, fucking 10 years old? Like, what is going on here with people, man? Oh my God. Scumbag, you guys, you bitch. You guys are losers and pathetic. You'll never beat us, bitches. Oh God. Oh my God. I'd put 1,000 that Eagles lose, even though they probably play better. KC's scripted. You're the scripted. Bills need to prove their defense. If it's not the coach's fault, look how far he got them. Bills need to prove their defense. It's not the coach's fault. Okay, here we go, Michael. Michael. Okay, look, man. You do realize Sean McDermott is a defensive-minded head coach, right? This is his 8th season as head coach. He's had a top 5 defense a few years and has still given up a shit ton of points in the playoffs and has still let us down in the playoffs, even with the top 5 defense, right? Even with the players that we all wanted back then, even with the best safety duo in the NFL for a while, it still didn't matter. Okay, it is his fault. Abso-fucking-lutely. He's taken this team as far as he can get us. And I ask you this, Michael, once again, and just like everybody else who has yet to fucking answer the question, because you can't and you refuse to. The people that think that Sean McDermott should be here, that Sean McDermott shouldn't be fired, that it's not Sean McDermott's fault. How many more seasons until you think it's okay for Sean McDermott to be fired? He's going into his year 9. Year 9. He's going into his 9th season as head coach. I just read you Marvin Lewis's record for the Cincinnati Bengals. He was there 16 seasons. He got to the playoffs a shit ton. He had winning records all the time in Cincinnati. He never got the team to Super Bowl. 16 seasons. Are you willing to have Sean McDermott here coach for 16 fucking seasons? Well, you know what that would make? Josh Allen 15 years as a Buffalo Bills quarterback. Don't you think Josh Allen's prime would be pretty much dead by then? By the time we figure it out and go, you know what? It's time to move on for Sean McDermott. It's been 16 seasons. Because now the fan base goes, oh, well, shit, maybe he's not the guy. So I ask you, I plead of you, how many more seasons until you think it's okay for the Bills to go, you know what? We need to move on. We need a new voice in the room. We need a new philosophy. We need a new scheme. You think I'm upset? You don't think the players who've been here year in, year out under McDermott, guys like Deion Dawkins, guys like Josh Allen, yeah, they love the guy, but you don't think they're grown tired of his bullshit? Of course they have. They're not going to say it because they like the guy. He's a good guy. But you guys won't answer the real question here. Everyone that sticks up for McDermott, they do not give the real answer. You don't. You come up with excuses on why he should still remain the head coach. But you don't want to answer the simple question. Okay. How long then? How many more seasons? Until what? Until when? Until he decides that he wants to step away? You want him here what? How old? What? Old ass fucking man? With our third quarterback? Like you just want to just keep coming in a fucking wheelchair? Hey guys, I'm Sean McDermott. I've been here 55 years. Pagulas will never let me go. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, good game. Hey, how about those Chiefs? You guys are, listen, man. I give you guys all the respect in the world, and I hope you're not here to troll, but you guys deserve it, man. You guys are a well-coached team. I don't know what to tell you. Like, look, man, you have our number. We give you that. I will say this. If you're a Chiefs fan, you understand when the Bills and Chiefs collide, it's a great fucking game. We give the world, something to watch, right? And look forward to. It's a fucking dogfight to the end. I mean, to the bitter end. But you guys find your way to win. And I respect that. I have to. I respect, the Bills Mafia, hates the Patriots and Tom Brady, back then. I didn't. I couldn't. I respected what they did. You have to. You know how hard it is to win Super Bowls? And to win multiple? You have to give the respect. Respect is needed. I have to. Yes, the Chiefs have our number. But guess what? The Chiefs have many people's numbers. It's just not the Bills. But we give them the ultimate fight. And that's why I think it's more of a story than maybe it should be, right? Because the Bills are right there. But it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, a win is a win, a loss is a loss. Right? And the Chiefs find a way every time. Michael's not a Chiefs fan. Clearly, I don't think they suck, but listen, everyone's going to have their opinion, okay? The Chiefs clearly don't suck because they have multiple Super Bowls. They have the refs in their pockets. I don't think so. I know you keep saying that, man. I don't think that's true. What is Buffalo's biggest need heading into the offseason? What will put them over the hump? A new coach, and it's not going to happen. That's one. Two, in real talk, because McDermott's not going anywhere. This is just a therapy session. Once again, it's just me venting. In all reality, guys, hear me out. We can want to add defensive players. We can want, a bigger defensive tackle next to Ed Oliver. We can want better DBs and better safety, and we can want all that on the defensive side. I don't think it matters. I really don't. Because it's the scheme. It's McDermott's defensive scheme. What I think the only way that this Buffalo Bills team can get to the Super Bowl, in my opinion, and I said this multiple times this season, is the Buffalo Bills offense needs to go pretty much all out ham and needs to play perfect football. And if that's the case, the Bills should honestly just stack up their offense. Stack it up, make it an offense that's just a high-powered offense as you can get. Because I don't trust the defense. I don't care who they get. Because I don't trust McDermott's scheme. I don't. We've had players here that he couldn't even get on the field. Like Puna Ford, who goes and is goes off to the Chargers and one of the better defensive tackles in the NFL. I forget the other guy's name that went. Oh, Tim Settle went to Houston and played way better than he did for Buffalo. So I really, truly believe it's scheme. And I don't think that's going to change because you add a player here and there. I don't. Will it change a little bit? Maybe. But I don't think, I still think the philosophy is going to stay the same. I still think the scheme's going to stay the same. And what's scary about the offense is I think McDermott wants a safe offense now. He wants a well-balanced offense, which I'm not saying is bad, but he also wants it super safe, conservative. Don't throw it downfield too much. Don't take too many chances now. And I think Joe Brady's all on board. It's all on board. And I don't know if that's going to hold us back, man. That's not how Josh plays, guys. I was nervous as hell. Yeah, man. Listen, I wasn't nervous. I was kind of calm, man, because, you know how it is, man. But as the game started, I just felt like, I don't know, something was wrong, man. The energy was low. The Bills had my blood pressure sky high. Yeah, don't we always, though? Let's be real. Except for the 2020 game. It's been back and forth, man, right? Been great battles, man. People don't want to admit that luck plays a big part in getting to Super Bowl. See, I don't believe in luck, Sean. Not when it's in your control. And I know some people, and sometimes I even say, oh, that's luck. And I shouldn't, because I don't. I don't believe in luck when it comes to things that are in your control. Like, luck is for me like going to the casino and playing slot machines. That's lucky. You win, you're lucky. Right? Lucky is the lottery. It's out of your control. You're picking numbers. You don't fucking know the number's going to be drawn. You know what I mean? Like, that's luck. But, like, people said, oh, Mark Andrews dropped the ball. It's lucky. No. Oh, look. He dropped the fucking ball. It's not lucky. It happens. So I don't believe in luck. Like, not when it comes to things that you can control. Right? It just so happened, like I said, even when I see these people, like, make a half-court shot in a basketball game, like, win a check for $1,000 and the guy makes a half-court shot. Like, you may think it's luck, but it's not. It's, bro, the guy just happened to shoot it the right way, right? And it went in. It's not lucky. He controlled that. He made that happen. So I don't believe in luck when it comes to things that you can control. I don't. I really don't. So... But look, everyone's going to have their opinion. I'm just voicing mine. I'm voicing mine. This is the Lunch Break Podcast. By the way, a lot of y'all joining me today, I really appreciate that. Like, I do, honestly, man. And I appreciate the Chiefs fans that are in here that are being respectful. Because, man, last night we had some really just outrageous, rude Chiefs fans. And I played the one voicemail. Unnecessary. Like, was that necessary? Like, honestly, guys, come on, fucking guy. If the Chiefs are this era's Pittsburgh Steelers, then we are their Houston Oilers or the Browns to the '80s Broncos. Close but good enough. It hurts, but the truth. Listen, you guys are good. I mean, you guys are good. Like, listen, I'm not gonna keep kissing Chiefs ass, but the Chiefs are a good fucking team. They are a great team. Any team that listen, and I always said this. When people all talk about the Buffalo Bills, 4 straight Super Bowls, you guys lost. You know how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl? Clearly, we can't get to one now. Right? It's very hard to get there. Right? You got to have the right coaching, which, the Buffalo Bills. You got to have the right team in place. You got to avoid injuries. A lot has to happen, go your way to get to a Super Bowl. And to make it 4 straight times is remarkable. And I remember back then, teams hated the Buffalo Bills, like fan bases. Fucking Buffalo, 3 straight seasons, fucking bullshit, tired of seeing Buffalo. Then we make it 4 straight years. And I remember Buffalo Bills were like, players were like, hey, if you don't like it, then your team should fucking take care of business and beat us. Then beat us. Because we're going to go back until you can prove that you can beat us. And the Chiefs are the same way. That's why I respect that. Look, man. I respect that, man. This is 3 straight seasons. They have a possibility of winning 3 in a row. It's fucking unbelievable. What more can I say? I got to give them props. Just like the Patriots. I don't hate like a lot of Bills fans, like I said earlier, hate the Patriots, hates Tom Brady. Bro, I respect the shit out of that team. You know, bro, they ran the shit out of the AFC for fucking years. Years. I didn't even have a podcast. And can you imagine if we had a podcast back when the Patriots were just fucking running the show? By the way, the Patriots were beating everybody. Okay? It wasn't just the Bills. They were fucking tearing shit up. What did Tom Brady have? 6 over there? I mean, my God. Ran it. And it was annoying as fuck, but you had to respect it. Look at all the podcasts is bleeding with the game being rigged like WWE. Man, Michael, you're really on the rig thing. Liz, it's your opinion. If you believe it, you believe it. There is a lot of YouTube channels out there that are talking about rigged this, rigged that. So I'm sure you can go there and have a great time talking about how their games are rigged. I don't believe in it. I never have. This isn't 1950, right? Whenever that fucking game was with the Black Sox, where the Mafia fucking paid them to lose a baseball game. Like, guys, it's not rigged. But look, it's your opinion. If you think it is, believe me, there is a ton of YouTube channels out there. I've seen them that go that are just based on the NFL being rigged. Rigged. It's rigged. My thing is, though, if you really believe that, if you truly believe that, then why even care and watch sports? Like, why even talk about it or put any emotion in it? Like, because it's rigged. like, if you believe that, then why would it even bother you to even watch or care? I don't get it. Like that, I don't get either. Like, how is it affecting your life? If you really truly believe that, okay, go on with your day. It's rigged. I don't watch football because I think it's rigged. Okay, great, cool. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. Jack, the same issues that plagued us 4 years ago are still the same issues today, and that's a huge indictment on the front office. Yeah, absolutely, and ownership today. All right, I don't know what that means, but okay, I'm guessing he's a Chiefs fan. Chiefs fan here. Most Chiefs fans were going to root for the Bills if they won. I appreciate that. But regardless, Josh Allen will forever be top quarterback in the league as long as he plays. Your coach is questionable. Absolutely. And I don't know if you just joined me, but I've been talking about our coach for years now about how that he's not the guy. And he has taken us as far as he can get us. And just like players that reach their ceiling, there's coaches that reach their ceiling. And I believe McDermott has reached the ceiling years ago. And he's a defensive-minded head coach, which I don't like in the NFL. But if you're going to be a defensive-minded head coach, your defense better be fucking top 5. And your defense better step up when needed. And his defense has never stepped up when needed. Listen, I'll battle anyone. On this conversation, on this topic. If you truly believe this defense has ever gone in the playoffs and just ran shit, and the offense was the reason why the Buffalo Bills have failed in the playoffs, that is false, man. Now, have we lost some games that was a total team loss? Yes. The Bengals, total team loss. The offense fell flat. The defense was shit, as usual. But why couldn't the defense step up in that Bengals game? Why? We're a defensive-minded head coach. Why? Why can't they step up for once in a fucking chance? Why? Why does it have to be a team loss? Why can't one step up for the other? The offense has stepped up for the defense multiple times. Why can't the defense do the same? Nobody can answer that because they don't. They don't. McDermott tightens up. These are his guys that he wants on this team. This is his defensive scheme that gets worked every time by better offensive-minded head coaches or good offensive coordinators. Every time. I'm telling you guys, if we played let's say hypothetically, the Bills got to the Super Bowl and the Rams did. I think the Rams would win because the Rams knew how to beat us. Absolutely they would. We would have to play perfect football on offense to beat that team because they know. McVay knows how to work that our defense. Same thing with the Bengals. If the Bengals and Bills played each other, I don't know if we beat the Bengals. For as bad as the Bengals were this year, thank God they didn't make the playoffs because we would have had an early exit. We might have had an early exit, I should say. Y'all don't want to see it that way. Chiefs fan here, I would never bash the Bills. If the Bills Chiefs and the Bills play 10 times, each team will win 5. See, I don't know about that. I think the Chiefs will win. Chiefs will win like 9, maybe 10. I don't know, man. We haven't beaten yet. So I can't even. I would love to say that. I would love it. But right now we're 0 for 4. So let's say that's true. We have 6 more times to meet up. There is no way in hell we're beating you. All right. I'm just saying. 5 out of 6, right? It's just not happening. So we'd be lucky to get 1, bro. We'd be lucky to get 1 at this point. But I appreciate that. I do. We do give you the biggest fight. No doubt about it. I'm sick of Sean McDermott, aren't we all? But he ain't going anywhere. We also need to shell out some money for a DL coach. Yeah, I'm with you there. Remember when we kept OG Bobby Johnson here for the longest time? And I kept preaching at that time, like, this guy's trash. He's terrible. He doesn't improve anybody. And I remember back then, people were like, oh, whoa, Bobby Johnson's cool guy. Bobby Johnson's good coach. OG Bobby Johnson. I'm like, no, he's not. What has he done? Cody Ford never did anything good here. He's trash. And it could just be because he's trash, but he didn't help him develop him. He didn't do anything. And our offensive line stunk. And what did we go do? We went and signed Aaron Cromer, who was one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL. And, oh, what do you know? Our offensive line is way better. Wow. Funny how that happened. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. If people want to say Allen can't get it done, fine. But let's at least admit the razor-thin margin of error he has is like no other quarterback of his. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Y'all know when we went into the playoffs, like I said, once again, if you guys watch my channel, you know what I said. The only way, the path to the Super Bowl for the Buffalo Bills, the offense had to be perfect. And the defense had to do just enough early on to get us a cushion heading into halftime. And then I think we could win. We could get to the Super Bowl if we played perfect on offense. Guess what? We did not against the Chiefs. The offense came out flat. We caught back up in the game. Remember, we were down at halftime. Then we took a small lead, and then it was kind of back and forth. But we were always kind of playing catch up, right? Right. And you can't. And our defense was still giving up points. Oh, and people won't be like, oh, the defense got stops. Yeah, the defense should get stops, right? Like, that's what they're there for, right? Like, you want to commend that. Wow, the defense got off. Whoa, they got 1 or 2 stops. Whoa, wow, that's it. That's all they could do. Come on, man. They're supposed to get stops. They're the fucking defense on a defensive-minded head coach. They gave up 32 points to a team that hasn't scored 30 all year. Oh, my God. What are you guys missing here? How about we get some wide receivers can actually separate and get open? That true. Hey, Roy, I agree. I agree. That's why I'm saying I don't even know. Like, I get, like, we need help on defense. We need a defensive tackle. We need an edge. We need corners. We need safeties. But at the end of the day, with this scheme that McDermott has running, and it's not Bobby Babbitt's defense, guys. It's fucking Sean McDermott's defense. It's Bobby Babbage calling the plays. It's still McDermott. It's still his defense. It's still going to be the same results. I don't care who we bring in. I'm telling you guys, we need to. If I'm Brandon Beane, I'm going enough of this shit. right? Clearly, McDermott's not going anywhere. Clearly, this defense the scheme's going to remain the same. Let's just help Josh out and get the best offense we can get for him. Let's surround him with playmakers. Let's make this the best offense in the NFL. Well, we're putting up massive amount of points, right? Where it's like defenses cannot, contain us, right? Kind of like the Lions, right? Just this high scoring, high powered offense. And listen, man, I'll roll with that. Because we didn't have that this year. And people want to say, oh, we were number 2 in scoring. Okay, but it's still, it still to me was, could be better. We still were missing talent on the outside. We still were, dinking and dunking because we couldn't really get, receivers couldn't get separation. We still didn't have an over the top guy. Why do you think Josh Allen's numbers were so low this year? Right? Because we didn't have that. We don't have those weapons for Josh. So, of course, everything's underneath. Everything's short. We ran the ball a lot more, which is fine. But you're telling me this offense couldn't be better, look better? If we had more help for Josh Allen, of course it can. There's nothing wrong with getting better either, by the way, guys. Like, everyone's like, oh, no, we're the best offense. No, we're not the best offense. Stop. Not the best offense. I'm sick of Sean McDermott. It's embarrassing having him as head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I agree. Let's see here. Offensive score points, defense wins championships. Offense scores points, defense wins championships. I don't know. I mean, I agree with that in a way, but we haven't had the greatest defense. I'm with you. I get where you're going, but I'm going with what we currently have as our head coach, who has a defensive scheme that doesn't work. And unfortunately for us, that means we're going to have to win by scoring a shit ton of points and having an offense that's high powered. That is the only way we make it, guys. I'm being dead honest with you guys. The defense will not carry this team into a Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. Sean McDermott's defense is single-handedly literally destroying Allen's legacy. It's a complete joke. I agree. We have to draft corner. Yeah, I mean, corner, defensive tackle. It's bad. All I can think about all the touchdowns Josh Allen had this season. All we need is one more. We can't move forward with McDermott. It's over. Yeah, and they're going to. It sucks. Do people realize McDermott's defense is historically atrocious in the playoffs? I try to tell people that all the time. Nobody wants to listen. Nobody. Kyrie Elam is a bum, and he is. And I'm so sick of Kyrie Elam. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt for the longest time, dude. I did. I swear to you guys. I tried my best to be like, well, Kyrie Elam is a man, does man defense and, man coverage, and he's not a zone defender, and, maybe a different scheme, he'd be better. No, bro. Like, everything I've seen from this guy, when he's thrown into a big moment, he doesn't look good. And they were picking on Kyrie Elam. Once Benford went out of that game yesterday, holy shit, did Andy Reid attack Kyrie Elam. And look, Kyrie Elam wasn't the only guy that was bad yesterday. I thought Russell Douglas was bad too. Teron didn't have his best game either. But Kyrie Elam is going to go down as one of the worst draft picks by the Buffalo Bills. One of the worst first round draft picks. Now, is he the worst ever? No. We've had way worse. But where they fucked up was, why didn't you trade him when he still had value left? Because now he's going into his last year of his rookie deal. He's worth nothing to nobody. I don't even know if he makes the team next year. Like, at this point, you can cut him because nobody is going to want him. Somebody will pick him up, but no one's going to be willing to trade for him. So you lost any value you had by keeping him around, by just making him inactive, which, once again, if you're going to keep somebody around, why are you making him inactive? Do you still believe in him? Okay, why isn't he playing? because you don't believe in him. So why is he still on the team? Why don't you get anything you can right now for him? I don't get it. It's so frustrating. McDermott is good, but Reed is just better. He can't get over the hump. No, McDermott is fine. He's a fine head coach, regular season head coach. Sure, I'll give him that. But there's been a lot of coaches in the NFL that have been just like him. Matter of fact, there's been a lot of coaches throughout sports that have been really good regular season coaches and that they just fail in the playoffs every year. Trust me, guys, I can go through them all. You know what I mean? Marvin Lewis sticks out to me on the NFL, right? Dick Vermeil, Flip Saunders. If you watch basketball, right, for the Minnesota, rest in peace, Flip. Flip Saunders was an excellent regular season coach. That dude made the playoffs all the time. Great records in the regular season. Flopped in the playoffs. How do I know this too? Because he came and coached the Detroit Pistons, which I'm a Pistons fan. When Larry Brown left, we won a championship with Larry Brown. Larry Brown left, same team Flip Saunders inherited. Couldn't get us back to the championship. Kept losing in the playoffs. Year after year after year after year until we fired him. Because that was his thing. Everybody knew that about Flip. Great regular season, terrible playoff coach. And that's what McDermott. McDermott falls right in line with that. And I'm telling you guys this because when you get in the playoffs, you play the best of the best. And McDermott, in the regular season, you don't play the best of the best all the time. You play your division games, which is our division right now is weak. So we play 2 division games each year. Weak, right? We know this. And look, and this year we got not lucky, but we got, look, 49ers were banged up. We got them in a perfect time. The Lions, when we finally played them, were banged up on defense. We got them in the right time. I'm just saying, I think McDermott, like I said, his defense is just, I think better coaches, better offensive coordinators know how to work his defense. They know how to slice and dice it up. They know that we play like a soft type zone defense, nickel. And they know that we're going to give them space. So they're going to go, you know what? We're going to take exactly what you're giving us. And we're going to take that underneath stuff all game long. And we're going to just go march up and down the field because this is what you're letting us do. Right? Bend, don't break. It's been the Buffalo Bills way since Sean McDermott's been here. Guess what, guys? It breaks in the playoffs. It not does it break, it shatters in a million fucking pieces. It shatters all over. And then we're here going, oh, what happened? What happened was our coach is not a very good defensive coach. Okay. We want to believe he is because that's, he came from Philly. Oh, defense. By the way, got fired from Philly. Fired from Philly. Okay. Went to Carolina. He started to be better. Come on, man. We want to talk about like Sean McDermott's his defensive guru. What has he really done? Come on, man. What has he really done defensively? Like, has this team ever been lights out defensively since Sean McDermott has taken over? He's been here 8 years, guys. You tell me. I want to know right now, has this defense ever been lights out where we're going into the playoffs going, you know what? Do that shit against our defense. You ain't doing shit you ain't going to do shit. Our defense is, we're going to get after that quarterback. We're going to make plays. Name a time where you really were like excited about this defense. Come on. You be lying to yourself. What are you excited about? You're excited about Josh Allen putting a Superman cape on and leading this team to a victory. You know damn well this defense ain't doing shit in the playoffs. You know why? Because none of y'all talk about it. Y'all don't bring it up. Oh man, we're gonna eat on defense. We're gonna get so many sacks. We're gonna do this. We're gonna shut them out. You know why you don't do that? Because you're not confident. You know why you're not confident? You're not confident because it hasn't ever happened in the playoffs under Sean McDermott. I'm spitting facts here, guy. I'm spitting facts. All right? Y'all can take it how you want it. This is the truth. Whether you like it or you don't, I'm going to give it to you. Almost 61 years old, and I've been through a lot with this team. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm 46. Been watching since 89. And, man, I don't know what to say anymore, bro. It's such a roller coaster of a ride. This fucking Buffalo Bills team is crazy, bro. Darnell, I'm sick of Sean McDermott. It's embarrassing having him as head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Shaking my head. Yeah, I know. And guess what? He ain't going anywhere, which fucking sucks. I don't know what to tell you guys. Right now, there's nobody available. Who I would want, like if some magical way John Gruden were to reach out to the Bagulas and they were like, yeah, you know what? Fuck Sean McDermott. We're going to go ahead and hire John Gruden in a fucking heartbeat. I would. Right? But that's a dream. That's never going to happen. So right now, nobody. Realistically, there's nobody out there. Okay, because they were all taken. Like, it's funny. We always talk about that. Like, who would you get? Okay, fire Shaman. Who are you going to take then? We always ask that after everyone's hired. Right? I would take Ben Johnson if he was available all day, every day. Right now. Give it to me. Boom. Yep. I would have took Sean Payton when he was available. Yep. Come on over. Payton. Yep. All day. All day long. And once again, I go back to it again, guys. Let's say hypothetically you're right. Let's say you're right. We bring in a head coach here, and he's not as good as Sean McDermott, but we still have Josh Allen. We still have this team. It's still good enough to get in the playoffs because it is. Because I believe this team gets the playoffs no matter what coach you bring in here. Now, how far can they go? That's a different story. But who cares? What if you bring in a head coach in here, and let's say he gets us to the playoffs 4 straight seasons, but we get kicked out wild card round every single time. We fire him, right? Of course we would, right? Because it's unacceptable. But what's the difference? We haven't. So what? We made it to AFC Championship game. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? We can't even hang a banner. Can't hang a banner that says AFC Championship because we didn't even win it. At least the Buffalo Bills have AFC Championship banners. At least we accomplished that. So getting exited out of playoffs doesn't matter how far you get. If you're gone, you're gone. If you don't make it to the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. So what's the difference? It will be the same thing, guys. So you really, truly believe that a coach couldn't come here and just get us to the playoffs? Just a wild card game? Of course it could. Come on. Come on, man. Be realistic. Brady wasn't exactly stellar with the tush, no push over and over again. No, he wasn't. And Josh Allen also needs to audible out of that, or at least go the other direction. Or like Tony Romo was saying, why wasn't he doing a hard count? Try to draw him off sides. They're clearly jumping the count. Guys, his defense is atrocious in the playoffs. They couldn't even force the Ravens to punt. Like, please, can we move on? Thank you. I agree. I don't know why people defend McDermott like he's this defensive mastermind. And it's the defense that's doing their job, and the offense is just flopping every year. Come on, man. No, it's not. And once again, go back in time, guys. Go back in time. Go through it. Go through every playoff game that McDermott has coached here, starting back from 2017. Go ahead. I would say 2017 was the only year that the defense actually did something against, by the way, a shitty-ass Jaguar offense. So I don't even know if I would give him any credit for that. We couldn't put up points, but whatever. But 2019, we had the lead against Houston, and the defense did what? Oh, they blew it? Oh, shit. 2020, the Chiefs absolutely destroyed our defense. Absolutely crushed us. 2021, the Chiefs, come on, man. Couldn't get a stop. 2022 couldn't even beat the Bengals. With, by the way, a terrible offensive line. Do we all remember that? Can we all remember that? The Bengals had guys off the streets coming in to play offensive line. We were at home, by the way, in Buffalo. And we got spanked. And by the way, the offense didn't play much better, but who cares? Where was the defense? I'm talking about where has the defense ever been? Ever in the playoffs? When have they ever stepped up and took charge? Never. Y'all want to talk about Sean McDermott's defensive guy, defensive guru? No, he's not. No, he is not. He gets to the playoffs every year because he has Josh fucking Allen at quarterback. And I truly believe if any coach came here, they could do the same thing with that guy. That's the truth. Y'all want to, you could say it and spin it how you want. I'm telling you. But who is beating Andy Reid and Pat? No one. I'll tell you what. I understand that. And I give the Chiefs credit. And I do think they're a tough out. But I've seen them get beat. You know who they've gotten beat against? The Patriots, the Bengals. You don't remember the Bengals beat them? Went to the Super Bowl a few years back. What happened then? Same fucking team. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. Matter of fact, they had a better team. Of course, bro, any team is beat. You could beat. And I'm not discrediting them. They're a fucking hell of a team. But any team, you could beat a team. They're not a fucking machine. Like, you could beat them. Right? Tampa Bay beat them. Come on. Stop with that. Yes, they're great. Yes, they're very good. Yes, they're a tough out. But what, they're unbeatable? They can't beat them. You could beat them. Of course you can. I've seen it happen. I've seen it done. Okay? Many times. Multiple times. You know who else got beat a few times too? The New England Patriots. And they were unbelievable. Unfucking believable. They ran the show in the 2000s. The Patriots were a fucking dynasty. But guess what? Eventually they met their maker, right? Eventually they lost. Eventually the Giants won. By the way, a Giants team that were snuck in the playoffs. And they were undefeated in that regular season. Undefeated going into the Super Bowl. And the Giants beat them. So yes, it can happen. Of course it can happen. I don't want to hear that excuse that it can't. Andy Reid is simply the best head coach. Yes, he is right now. That is correct. And that's no slight. I get that. But Sean McDermott's not even close on his. He's not even second best. He's not even third best. Like, dude. Like, Sean McDermott's a good regular season head coach. Can we call it how it is? That's fair. I don't think that's knocking him. He's a good regular season coach that can get the team to the playoffs. Who cares? If you can't do anything in the playoffs, then what does it matter if you bring in another coach that does the same thing? What does it matter? It's the same shit. I mean, y'all don't get it, man. Some of you do. Some of you do. Some don't. Maybe Orchard Park has been built over. Yes, it has been. But guess what? The game wasn't played in Buffalo. Playing in Kansas City. We lost to Kansas City. Did they follow us over there? No. Come on. Stop. But I get what you're saying. It's kind of messed up. We built a stadium over a burial ground. Bucks fan, feel free, you guys. Seen Sean is holding your team back. He's a white top Bulls. Yep, fire him and let Brady run it. Brady's not ready, bro. Brady's not ready to be a head coach, in my opinion. That's why he opted out. I think he needs a little bit more time. I like him. I think he can be potentially a head coach. But if I listen, man, I don't want another guy that could just get us to the playoffs. That's the whole deal, right? Sean McDermott can get us there every year. I believe. I told you guys earlier. Guess what? Breaking news. We're going to win the division in 2025. We're making the playoffs. Like, no problem. But we're probably not going to the Super Bowl. I could probably promise you that. And it sucks. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be Debbie Downer. But guys, like, this is repetitive already. Right? Is this not getting repetitive year in, year out? Am I not here talking to you guys every offseason about the Buffalo Bills and why they failed in the playoffs? This is like, I might as well just play a looping video, right, of every year. Just loop it for you, right? Because it's the same talk. It's the same thing. We go over the same story. Same story. Sean McDermott, it's the same thing. It's the same results. That's it. That's it. Time and time out. It's crazy, bro. It is absolutely wild. Bruce Arians won a Super Bowl in his first year with older Brady. Stop it, dude. Yeah, he did. It's great. I know. And our coach didn't. He's been here 8 years, going on 9. The Bengals defense showed up. They did. Absolutely, they did. But that's my point. Like, KC can be beaten. They're not a fucking machine. They're a great team. But any team can be beaten. We know. Come on, man. There's been heavily favored teams going into games that lose. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, the Patriots lost to the Giants Super Bowl. Nobody saw that coming. They were undefeated. Tom fucking Brady. You lose to Eli Manning and the Giants, who just squeaked into the playoffs. Are you kidding me? But it happens. It can happen. If you have the right scheme, you know, anything can happen, man. But we just don't have that on our side, man. Beane needs to do a better job with early draft picks. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Though I didn't mind. I mean, he obviously got Josh Allen right. Tremaine Edmonds was a good pickup. I think Gregory Rousseau is a good pickup. Remember, Gregory Rousseau is basically a second-round draft pick, guys, and he's worked out. Ed Oliver, top 10. He's our last pick that was top 10, right? Ever since Josh Allen. Ever since then, we've picked late in first rounds or second round. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, you're right. Top 10, yeah. He's worked out. I don't know if he's unbelievable, but I think he's working out. But you're right. Dalton Kincaid right now is he took a step backwards. But he nailed. Look, he got everybody likes James Cook, right? Second round. I think it's all safe to say that he got that pick right, and he was an early pick, right? I think Gregory Rousseau, he got that right. Ed Oliver, I think we can agree that pick is right. Obviously Allen. Who else am I missing? Epinesa. I don't know. Second round. This year I didn't see any improvement, and we paid him. Good depth guy, but second round, maybe we could have done better. Cody Ford, terrible. we could have had DK Metcalf. We got Cody Ford. Yeah, so there's been some hiccups in the draft, no doubt. But he's also made some really good picks late in the draft. So, you know. Marino's legacy. Allen had more playoff passing touchdowns than Phillip Rivers and Dan Fouts, and his coach can't stop a nosebleed in the playoffs. Think of it. I agree. McDermott is a joke. He is. The system of Beane and McDermott is not winning the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl championship. Yeah. I agree. And I like Brandon Beane. I just, you got to remember, though, Brandon Beane, when you draft as a GM, you're drafting for the coach's scheme and what he wants. So that's why it's called McBean, right? And let's be real. I said this earlier, Roy. Don't forget how the pecking order went. Sean McDermott was hired before Brandon Beane. Matter of fact, Sean McDermott's the reason why Brandon Beane came to Buffalo. He basically hired Brandon Beane. So who's really in charge? Just saying. Right? Let's be real here for a minute. It usually doesn't work that way. Usually the GM comes before the head coach most of the time, or they come together. But that wasn't the case, and it's really odd. So I really feel like Brandon Beane, once again, he caters to Sean McDermott. Whatever you want that fits in your system, which is right, by the way. Most GMs do that, but it ain't working. Rex Ryan. I actually like Rex Ryan. I don't think he's a terrible head coach. But you know what's funny? And I'm being real with you guys, and I know you guys are going to be like, you're full of shit. If Rex Ryan came to this team right now, hypothetically, which obviously he wouldn't, he would still make the playoffs, in my opinion. Now, would he get us to a Super Bowl? No. But would he make this team get this team to a playoffs? Absolutely. You know why I say that, guys? Rex Ryan made it to the AFC Championship twice with Mark fucking Sanchez. You want me to repeat that? He got to the AFC Championship twice with Mark fucking Sanchez as quarterback. So he got to the AFC Championship twice with Mark fucking Sanchez. Sean McDermott got to the AFC Championship twice in 8 years with Josh Allen. Yeah, you should. And you should probably get us to a Super Bowl. And you haven't. And now we're going into year 9. So you really don't think that Rex Ryan could come here with a Josh Allen-led team and get this team to a playoffs? What do you see the difference between him and McDermott? Like, the defense? The defense is shit. Like, how worse can it get under Rex Ryan? You really think this team could go backwards? How much more backwards could it get? There's no way. I promise you guys. I'll bet you guys. Well, I can't bet you because I don't think it'll ever happen, nor do I want it to happen. But you're lying if you think that Rex Ryan want to come here and get this team to a play. Any coach would. But you're talking about a coach that's been to two AFC championships, that has a history, way longer history of coaching than Sean McDermott. Yeah, guys, he definitely could get this team to the playoffs. Like, just stop lying to yourselves. Washington linebacker Wagner let Barkley run by him. I saw lots of effort, a lot of BS effort in that game. I feel it's all predictable and blatantly obvious. The refs know they can't. They could tilt the winners. No. Are you still talking about the rigged stuff? I disagree. We coaching was championship caliber. I don't know what that means. Bills management are constructing a roster to make the playoffs, but good enough to win Super Bowl championships. As a Chiefs fan, I can assure you the Bills are the only team that is feared by Casey. Yeah, listen, man. I don't even know if you guys fear us. I just think you guys know that it's going to be a dogfight, right? And it's going to come down to last possession, pretty much, right? But at the end of the day, I think if you're a Chiefs fan, you can feel very confident when facing the Buffalo Bills. I mean, that's the truth. If we beat you this time around, then let's say we see you again next year in the playoffs, then maybe I could see like Chiefs fans like, they finally got us last year, right? Okay, it's 3-1 now. I don't know, man. This team's starting to come around. We didn't we didn't win. So no. But we will always give you that dogfight. The Eagles went all in, and look where they're at. Yeah, exactly. Look where the Rams, by the way, everybody was like knocking. Oh, the Rams, look, fucking went all in. Look, they're going to be like, they're going to shit. Bro, the Rams at least won a Super Bowl, something that we have yet to do. And they've been back to the playoffs since. And they're getting better. They got fucking Puka Nacua on the draft way late. We drafted Justin Shorter before Puka. I mean, what? They're still a good team. They still got a good head coach. I'll take Sean McVay all day, every day over Sean McDermott. All day, every day. Without hesitation. Because you know why? He won a fucking Super Bowl. Two things I keep hearing. The game is fixed. It's not fixed, okay? Whoever's saying that I don't believe that. The Chiefs are helped by the rest. BS. Also, I can't, for any reason, why you would root for the team that beats you got to beat. What does that say? I don't know what that part meant, but I didn't say that, bro. And I don't believe in that. The game's not fixed. Game's not rigged. I don't believe in that crap. I believe calls go both ways, no matter what. Okay? Both teams get bad calls thrown against them. It happens. It's football, right? Refs are humans. They make mistakes, whether we like it or we don't. Because once again, I said this earlier in the podcast, I'm seeing a lot of video clips out there. Oh, look at this. Look at the Chiefs. Bro, the Chiefs, if they wanted to, I'm sure they can go back and they can go, look at this. Look at that. Look at this. Look, holding. Look. Bro, we could do that game all day. Doesn't matter. The fact is, we can't beat the Chiefs when it counts. It's nothing to do with the refs, guys. Nothing. I promise you. The game's not rigged. These are facts. Okay? We can't beat the Chiefs right now. Got a super chat. Let me hit that super chat. You know what? You're a Jets fan. I'm still going to hit that super chat. I always hit, by the way, I always hit the Bills train horn.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate that, man. Give me 1 second. Let me put my little audio back on. I always got some audio. I don't know if you guys ever hear that in the background, but it's for me just so it's not so silent in here. I have audio playing in the background. But anyways, thank you so much for the super chat. As a Jets fans rooting for a Bills loss, oh, man. This was not Allen's fault at all. The offensive play calling was weird. How do you not run the ball like that until the third quarter? Exactly. I don't get it. And it's something that we did very good. Like, James Cook ran pretty well this year, and we were a well-balanced team. And when we ran the ball, we usually won, right? Like, in the playoffs, that's what we were doing, running the ball. We didn't really need Josh Allen. And I'm not saying handcuff Josh Allen, but you need to go with what's working. And taking James Cook, taking that run game out of the equation, I don't understand it for the life of me. Not only that, you're not even getting your running backs involved in the passing game, which I don't understand either. Why was James Cook off the field on the last drive? I don't get that either. Joe Brady has a lot to look at as far as film, right? And the mistakes he made in this game, absolutely a lot. The tush push over and over and over that the Chiefs knew was coming every time. Why aren't you changing that up? Why? Why aren't you helping Josh Allen when you know the Chiefs are bringing a heavy blitz? Pretty much at the end of that game, that's all the Chiefs were doing. They were bringing pressure, and they were daring us to throw it downfield. We needed to come up with something there. That's Joe Brady's job, to go, okay, you know what? They're sending heavy pressure. Let's do this. He had no answer for it, and that is a problem. And that's a problem also with Sean McDermott on the defensive side of things, too. He doesn't have answers against better offensive teams. He doesn't. Something about a bag of Doritos. I like Doritos. They're pretty good. Jets fan. Look, man, I respect anybody that comes in here and keeps it real and doesn't act like a fool. And I don't care if some people want to gloat a little bit, and I'm cool with that, too. I'm not going to block anybody or remove anybody from the chat. But just keep it respectful, man. Look, man, it's a sport, right? We all love football. We all wait in the off season long as hell for preseason, for training camp to pick back up, for the draft, for training camp. Like, it's a grueling season for all of us as fans, like true fans. Not, by the way, not bandwagon fans, not fans that pretend they like, I'm a Lions fan, and the moment they do bad, fuck the Lions, same old Lions, blah. You're like, or just jump ship every time things go wrong. Talking about the diehard fans that love their team, go down with the ship year in, year out like us, and you're right back, right? You're right back, excited for it. So, look, man, I respect every fan base, really, for the most part, except for the, and like I said, it sucks when some fans make it bad for others, right? But it is what it is. We're overanalyzing this. There's nothing wrong with the Bills. No, listen, I'm not. I'm not overanalyzing anything. Look, this is a Bills therapy session, right? This is for all of us. These are my opinions. You can have yours. If you just join, I would recommend you go back in time and watch this. But if not, I'll quickly sum it up. My problems with the head coach. You could think he's a great head coach, and that's fine. He's going on year 9. He's a defensive-minded head coach where defense has failed us every year in the playoffs. Go back, watch the games. The defense has never, ever carried this team. Never. I promise you that. And it's a damn shame because you're wasting away Josh Allen's career. Now, here we go. I said it before. Marvin Lewis was a coach for the Cincinnati Bengals for 16 seasons. He got that team to the playoffs many times. He had winning records many seasons. Never got the team to a Super Bowl. Never got the team to a Super Bowl. 16 years. How long would you like Sean McDermott to be head coach here? Would you like him to be here for another, because he's going on 9, 7 more years? Would you like that? That means Josh Allen would be 15 years on this team if he's here. And if we don't win a Super Bowl in that time, do you then fire him? But guess what? By then, it's too late. Too late. It's over. Josh Allen's prime is done. Why? Because you want to wait around for a coach to figure it out. It's not going to happen. The proof is there. The writing is on the wall. You have your McDermott blinders on. That's what I call it. You know how I said it earlier. People have love blinders on, right? All the time. You see toxic relationships all the time. Oh, look, man, my boyfriend hits me here and there, but the dude he's a good father to my kids. I'm going to stick with him. All right. My girlfriend cheats here and there, but man, you know what? She's always there when I get home and cooks a good dinner. All right? She's a good woman. She raises the kids good. All right? Come on, man. Love is blind. Right? Love blinders. Get the fuck out of there when you can. The writing is on the wall. Guess what? The writing is on the wall, McDermott. But the problem is the Pagulas have their McDermott fucking blinders on, and so does some Bills Mafia, who thinks things are magically going to change. They're not. They are not. I hate to break the bad news to you, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm trying to be a realistic Bills fan here and giving you the honest to God truth. You could take it how you want. And if McDermott is your guy and listen, by the way, I like McDermott. Good guy, right? He brought his team basically from the dead. I give him that. I give him that respect. But he's gone. This is it. He's reached the ceiling. He's taken us as far as he can. We need a new voice in the room. We need a new scheme in the room for the defense or in the offense, whatever. We need a new voice, period. He's not the guy. And listen, Bills players, I'm sure they love him. I'm sure they respect the shit out of him. Of course they do. He's been their head fucking coach for 8 years. You would think they do. You would think they've grown to care about the guy. Of course, it's natural. That doesn't mean that they're getting fed up with it either. You think they like going home year in, year out of the playoffs, exiting the playoffs year in, year out? No, come on, man. Go Chiefs, hey. You guys deserved it, man. Good win. Tom, how will Beane help KC in the draft? Never do that again. My guy cut Elam. Beane got an extra pick with that trade. Okay, I was inactive. The other couldn't cover my old ass. Yeah, Beane. Listen, I like Beane. By the way, there's going to be mistakes as a GM. It's tough to when you evaluate players. You got to also remember you have a scouting department. You have guys out there watching these players that report back to Brandon Beane. It's not just Brandon Beane like scouting these guys. You got a whole team that go, hey, this guy does this well. Here's the film. Like there's a whole team behind the scenes that you guys probably don't even know about. And they recommend, we like this guy. That's why they put the board up, right? They rank them. Here's where we think this guy goes, right? In the draft, where we would pick him. So, listen, every GM, like around the NFL, you can go back to every draft, and there's been players that teams have passed on. right? And it happens all the time. You think we're the only one that passed up on DK Metcalf? Of course not. So many teams that this is one example. And you don't think there's picks that GMs are like, fuck, man, like that drafted a quarterback and he was a bust. Josh Rosen, right? Zach Wilson, right? I'm just saying, so it happens, man. You know, there's players that look excellent in college and they just don't take it over to the NFL for one reason or the other. And then there's some players that are playing for small schools and they just slide into the draft because they're not really, familiar with them. And then they're great. They wind up being really good, but you kind of got dealt those. It is what it is. So listen, man, it's tough as a GM, but a head coach, listen, man, it's been too long. We can't keep giving the pass to Sean McDermott. Like, enough is enough, guys. Enough is enough. McDummy, his defense gave us 17 first downs on the first half. McDummy is a clown. Yeah, I'm not. It's crazy, man. The Bills are a great team. Cheer up. Yeah, listen, man. We've lived through it. I have, right, since '89. So I got a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment, a lot of just craziness as far as being a Bills fan. So look, man, it's another. I'm used to this. Life goes on. I'm still gonna be a Bills fan. We're all gonna, the true Bills Mafia fans that have been stuck with this team, they're not going anywhere. The bandwagon fans may jump off, and that's fine. We don't need them. We don't need them. And neither should any fan base, whatever your team is. You don't want those fans. Those are no good. Those are garbage-ass fans. I stick with this team to the day I die. I made this channel because I love this team, right? I'm invested in this team, right? Like, this is my passion. The Buffalo Bills are my passion. I speak from the heart, right? I've been on here for over 2 hours just, talking with you guys about a fucking Buffalo Bills team, right? And guess what? I'm going to be right back on at 9 o'clock for another fucking 2 hours with my co-host. So, but man, hey, I appreciate all y'all rocking with me today. It was great, man. Today's been great. Yeah, man, 4-0 plus. Jeez, man. Thank you, Tom. Hey, Robert, no problem, man. I'll be back on at 9 o'clock. But guys, man, I've been on here 2 hours, man. I just wanted to, yeah, they did. It's Mountain Man, 100%. I just wanted to kind of just give a little bit of therapy session. And this has been the Lunch Break Podcast. I hope you guys like this. I'm going to be trying to go live more often because it's going to be the off season soon. I'm probably going to I'll be doing a watch party for the Super Bowl. I did it last year. I'll do it again. But I'm going to be trying to do these earlier podcasts from now on. And it won't be always necessarily Buffalo Bills talk. It'll be sports, entertainment, music, news, whatever the fuck, right? We're just going to kick back and chill. If you guys are on here, I see a lot of you guys on here that aren't Bills fans. Look, man, if you can, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, notification bell. If you like my content, hopefully you like my Lunch Break Podcast that I'll be doing again in this off season. It was fun. I did it last year. I wish I did more last year, but like I said, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do more. Let's see. Walter, the man stopped eating his Hot Pocket to call in and say that. Oh, did you hear that? Yeah. Wasn't it unbelievable? I mean, my God, like that guy isn't in Chiefs King, probably a Bengals fan trying to troll us. I don't know. I'm sorry if I miss. I'm trying to get all your chats. I got a super chat here. I sent you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you? I don't see that. I really didn't. Let me. If I did, hold on. Give me a minute, man. If I did, I apologize, and I'll get to it because I do not want to miss. I told you guys I'm a stickler with that. Like, give me 1 minute, guys.
Thank you very much.
Let me scroll up. Are you saying you sent me one and I didn't respond, or Do me a favor, if you can, let me know, because I did not see it. If you did, if you can, write back in the chat, because I don't want to miss your question. Tommy touched on it. I'm Tommy. If the Bills were presented the opportunity to trade Allen for Joe Burrow straight up, should they do it? No, absolutely not. And that's no slight on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is a very good quarterback. Like, honestly, like, I have him top 5. Like, he is really legit. But this isn't if this is where you're going with this, like, it's Josh Allen's fault or something that we can't beat the Chiefs, you're completely wrong. If that's where you're going, I don't know what that means, where you're trying to go with that. But no, I wouldn't, because Josh Allen is a really good quarterback, and so is Joe Burrow. But Josh Allen brings something just different, and he is Buffalo, right? And look, Joe Burrow could stay in Cincinnati, and Bengals fans can love him over there, and he's special to Bengals fans. But we got our guy. We love our guy, right? Like, there is no. And Joe Burrow here wouldn't make what would he do here that Josh Allen, you know what I mean? That Josh Allen can't do, right? Josh Allen can do everything Joe Burrow can do. Let's be real, right? Let's not lie here. And some, okay? They're two different style quarterbacks in a way. Look, Joe Burrow probably a little bit more accurate than Josh Allen, but Josh Allen brings that running element, and he brings that grittiness, and that's I'm not saying Burrow's not that, but Allen's just different, and maybe that's me being a homer. I don't know, but I have that list where that top tier list, and Burrow's close, but I think right now it's Mahomes and Allen, and I really do, and I think Burrow and Lamar are on that next level of greatness, right? They're right there, but I think Mahomes and Allen are the real deal. Like, they're the top dudes. But listen, everyone's going to have their opinion. I don't know, But absolutely, I would never get rid of Josh Allen, ever. Similar to the Lions ran. No. Listen, it's not similar. Jared Goff was a quarterback that is a one kind of dimensional quarterback. He's a pure pocket passer. You need to protect him. He's kind of old school in that way. There's not many left. And the Rams had enough as far as weapons for Matt Stafford and offensive line to protect Stafford. And by the way, Stafford isn't Mr. Mobile either, but he's a little bit more mobile than Goff. And he also was more seasoned than Goff at the time. So it was a smart trade for both. I thought both. I don't think anybody really lost that trade, though Matt Stafford won a Super Bowl. But the difference was they went all out, right? They went and got Vaughn was still playing at a high level. Odell still had something left in the tank. They had Cooper Kupp, like Sean McVay, you know what I mean? Like, they were ready to win. The Lions were in that rebuilding mode. They just got Campbell. So it made sense for both. But no, I don't think it's totally different. And Burrow and Allen are both way younger quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like, I still would never do that. Never in the world. Joshua Mars is one of the worst NFL seasons I could possibly remember, not because of the Bills. The Bills are amazing, but everybody else is not as good as the Bills. But as the Bills, not the Ravens, not the Bengals. Yeah, but the one team is the Chiefs. Tommy touchdown. You guys will be fine. Yeah, you guys will be fine. Now, I want to scroll up here, guys, because the guy said I missed his chat, and I feel terrible if I did. Where was his name? Give me 1 second, guys. You guys are lit today in here. So Dante, I sent you a super chat earlier. I'm gonna look for that real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. I really didn't see that. No. See, no, you didn't, because I got this. Oh, yeah. No, I did. I did answer that. How do you not run the ball like that? And so, yeah, Dante, I answered that question. I popped it up. Go scroll back in time. I 100% answered that question. So I don't know if you're just referring to you were just saying I sent you one or whatever, but I did talk about that. So if you missed it, scroll back a little bit and you'll see where I talked about it, because I always put the super chat up. I always play the Buffalo Bills train horn. I promise you I answer that. I would never, like, I'm a stickler with that. And if I do, trust me, I will go back and make sure I correct it. I didn't know Kansas City was located in New York. Nope, it's not. Not that I'm aware of. Did they move? If Mahomes wins another Super Bowl, he should retire and play baseball. Yeah, he ain't going to retire anywhere. Love the content. You speak the truth. Hey, I appreciate it, Mountain Man. Guys, I've been on here a long time. 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's been a great show, though. Awesome. You guys were phenomenal today. I am going to be on again. Tommy, ain't no Rico with Super Chat. No, I'm not. Matter of fact, listen, I try to answer everybody's chat, regardless if you guys are sending me Super Chats or not. It doesn't matter. But I really appreciate it because it goes a long way, right? It really does. And I show you that love back. But I really try to answer everybody's chat, because this show, this channel is based around the audience, the subscribers, the people that are in here watching, because we want that back and forth, right? I don't bring any, guys, I'm being dead honest with you. I have no notes taken down. I wing it. I hit the go live, and we sit here and we talk, and I let the chat talk, and we just springboard off each other. And that's how I always wanted this channel to be. And I hope it continues to grow. And I hope you guys like my content. If you don't, I get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, that's how I want this channel to be. And I feel like, and I'm proud of it. Bills Mafia, let's go Chiefs. Yeah, man. Hey, you guys deserve it, man. That was a good win, man. I can't really say much other than that. As a Bill fan, are you cheering for the Chiefs or Eagles in the Super Bowl? So here's the deal. And it's a great question. It's a really great question. Me personally, I don't cheer for either one. And I just watch the game. I enjoy the game. We're not I am not that fan that they beat us. I fuck that team. I'm going to boo. I hope they fucking lose. I'm going to cheer for the, I don't do it. That doesn't do anything for me. You get what I mean? So I just watch the game as a fan at that point, as a fan of football. And I enjoy the game. And it doesn't, honestly, guys, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I could care less because my team is not in it. And maybe that's being selfish, but it's really not, because I don't want to see, it doesn't make me happy seeing another fan base be sad or be upset their team. I don't know. I'm different that way. That's not what makes me sleep better at night, if that makes any sense. So going into a game, and by the way, this goes for every sport. I'm a Pistons fan, right? And we never fucking go, right? We haven't gone since 2005 when we lost to the Spurs. We won in 2004. That was fucking phenomenal. But we really haven't done anything. We got into the playoffs a couple times with Flip, but since then we've been terrible. But and to be honest with you, basketball has been so bad. I don't even really watch it much anymore. I'm gonna lie. It's tough to watch, but either way, I will watch the championship game. College basketball, I'm a Hurricanes fan. If they get booted out of the March Madness, I'm still watching. Because I'm a fan. I'll watch. I like sports, but I'm never gonna boo a team because we lost to them. It doesn't do something. It's not going to do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, everybody's different. I get that, Yes, let's get those thumbs up, please. Let's go. And I'm trying to get out here, and y'all are lit, man. I appreciate y'all. I'd rather see the Eagles win because I like Saquon Barkley, and I like what the Eagles did by going all in. Yeah, see, that's okay. It's okay to, and I'm not saying it's bad to root for. See, you're rooting for the Eagles because you like what they did and all that. You're not rooting for them because Like I respect that, you know, and whatever. And if you're rooting for them because you don't like the Chiefs, it is what it is. I can't. I'm speaking like for me personally. I want to do that because I don't get it. Like I don't want to see, like, it doesn't make me feel better. The team that beat us lost. Like what does that do for us? Like, it means nothing. Like, wow. So even if the Chiefs lost, like, what does that make me like? So what? Like, and that makes my whole offseason feel way better. What? At least the Chiefs lost. Like, who? What? Why? Like, you know what I mean? So, Pistons play Cleveland tonight. They do. I got Pistons on the points. If anybody's a betting man, I got the points, the plus 10.5. So, anyways, guys, I gotta get out of here. You guys were awesome today. I'm gonna be doing more of these lunch break podcasts. I hope you guys join me. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you hit the notification bell, you're going to always know when I'm live. Always, right? It'll pop up on your YouTube. Boom, Tommy's live. All right. So I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m., right? In what? Like 4 hours or something? What is it? 3 hours, actually. What time is it? 6 o'clock. I'll be back on in 3 hours with Mikey. You don't want to miss that. It's Bills Monday nightcap with me and Mikey. 9 p.m. I'll see you then. Bills Mafia and everybody that joined me today. I appreciate you. I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.
Oh.